Liberia, there will be a continuous revolutionary actions in the length and breadth of the political space in making sure that soup that is representing the over 25,000 of the university students, the men are met. Want to say this, commerce, that the government of Joseph Boyka that should be prioritizing education will not market and disabuse education at the detriment of the over 22,000 or 25,000 students that are commuting here. What we are demanding and what we are advocating for on this space is a legitimate plan and a legitimate concern. Yesterday, the economy of Liberia was referred to as to enormous. Today, we have a enormous under the administration of Gafwan that said at the Ministry of Finance and pure deception, hypocrisy, and lies, while the University of Liberia remain in total decadence and in a complete barbaric space. The Student Unification Party under the leadership of Sylvester Wheeler, through the Secretary General of our party, will be speaking in this regard. So let us say this again. Today, today will be another day for those misformed, individuals that think that the Student Unification Party as a revolutionary organ doesn't believe in diplomacy. You are proven wrong a couple of days ago when we were given the space to sit on one purported quasi-disjointed, misorganized regime speaker in Rachel Kun to present our demand. The reasons for which we went for self-gallery was not to show the weakness of the Student Unification Party, but to display that the revolutionary credentials of the party allowed diplomacy in the context of revolutionary engagement. So, comrades, permit me to reduce my height and usher in the Secretary General of the party who will continue to provide the party position for today.
Yo! Correspond. Bending on our plans. Yo! My fire must resign. Yo! Manda! Zikwe. Fanga party Zikwe. Down. My fire down. Reactionary tendency. Reactionary tendency. Deplorable condition. Deplorable condition. The party's position remains unbending. Yo. Comrade.
They don't want to see her in school.
Hey, we want to be very clear before we even dive into our argument.
When I leave from here, we get the actual figure. Come and see ministers. Come in the night and see ministers. Serious meetings will hold long hours. Come and see. The last time, if I was showing a picture, when we doing the budget, I was leaving the ministry by 2 a.m. Come and see experts working. I am not one leader who sits on the 9th floor an armchair general and send people to battle. I join them. I work with them. I teach. I take the computer. That's what I do. I'm a technician and I'm a minister at the same time. So I want to, it's part of the distraction. Let them distract. But I'm focused. Now, the initials. Thank you for your support to the sporting sector. I followed you over the years, and I'm a soccer enthusiast. I also play soccer. Those that doubt, come on Balance Bay. You'll see whether you doubt me again. But I said that 400,000 was 400,000 of budget. And you may be right that it was being 348,000 that it actually, at the end of the day, received. So when I leave from here, we get the actual figure, and it's going to be public. We're not going to hide it. Someone I talked about some of the issues that came from the education sector, talking about reduction in fees. Well, we propagated. I know the Minister of Education, school fees. You don't control the private school, but maybe there are things they are thinking of. I know that We have 100 schools to be constructed beginning, if I'm not mistaken, this month. 100 schools for foundational learning across the country. I and the Minister of Education signed the contract, signed the agreement. So we'll soon start. So the Education Minister could come and give you more information on that. Now, on Mr. Kool, he resigned on the 14th of July, and it took effect, I think, by the middle of August. We never had NNPA. August had not ended, so he could not have resigned because he was in Mandela protesting delay in pay in August. We started paying in August by the 20th. You know, there may be one or two banks where there may be residual issue. The Controller General tells me, and I take his word, that by Friday, almost everybody was paid. If there's anyone who hasn't been paid, let us know that. So it will not be because we did not do our part of the bargain. Now, I like how we have made people to get used to success. That if we delay by 2 days, when before people were delaying by 1 month, and then everybody will be jumping. I like this. Hold us to account. You are holding us by our high standards. We will do more. We are working on glitches. We are working on the systems in the place. We are transitioning to a new payment platform. And I told you about the payment switch that the central bank is leading. What that is going to do is going to digitize the entire economy. It's going to help even our payment system. I think by the end of this month, people, Lone Star and Orange, you know, they don't speak. If you have mobile money on Lone Star, you cannot transact.
Yeah.
But the central bank has led an effort. The central bank governor assures me that by the end of the month, you will start to see that. It's going to help. We're working with the central bank in a lot of ways, coordinating. You see rate reduction happening. The central bank will also took some things on the monetary, the rate, you know, in April. And recently, I was at a meeting where the MPR, the monetary policy rate, was meeting. Those are hard macroeconomic decisions. The effect now is taking place thanks to the central bank governor and the team. And the fiscal arm we are supporting. Now coming to the polls. Look, the last time I came here and told you that, you know, Minister Samuel Dotu and I will come along with there are multiple lanes, multiple friends and whatever. You know, I was one year ahead, they were behind. And people during our days to talk about some of the things that happened. One of it, yeah, he wanted to be president. I was president also. He wanted to succeed me. That didn't happen. And that we in the Vanguard Student Unification Party ensured the defeat of the opposition. He was a standard bearer. And I know that it didn't come with laughter. And today, if through Mr. Witherspoon, you know, where he's doing...
Did you expect to win that kind of...
No, I didn't expect any winning. No, let me say that. Where the man is doing the poll, he's the election commissioner. He's saying that on the poll, he's saying that I don't like Gafwa. I'm one of the candidates. Think about it. So...
That was your phone, you're saying how's winning.
No. But I like... No. Let me tell you this, Buffalo. I congratulate my friend for the victory on Spoon. The First Minister of Finance. Congratulations, D12, for the victory on Spoon. So, I mean,
you want me to control a pool right now?
I'm not fixated on pool. Let's focus on work.
Okay.
Because whatever people can do on pools, when we do, the people in their hearts, what they see and what they feel, you know, it's more important. I want to make
the
sure.
issue of iron drop. Thousands of students were left out of the portal, and up to now, they are yet to see their grade. Yo, as the honor grade, yo. They were informed to write their names on paper and submit it to the various department. Up to now, students are yet to see their grade on the portal. This was one of our demands, that the administration of the University of Liberia ensures that students can have access to the portal, that students' grades can be placed on the portal before the opening of the school. This we are very clear. And the second demand is ensuring that this so-called semester that is coming be clearly a second semester. We cannot be done with a vacation school that you are telling us that is equivalent to a full semester. While we coming to the next semester, it be considered as a first semester. It's confusing, is a neglect of our right, is a complete disgrace and inability of the administration to manage the affairs of the students of the University of Liberia.
Viva! Viva, viva, viva! Tabri was on the brother, that nationalization, viva!
Viva!
Reckless administration, yo.
So we are very clear, comrades, to set 200 in the university to the court that the government through the legislature as well as
now that the law is no respect of our personality. Yeah, we stand by the law, we have to do the right thing. So we will not want to be for in such a very meeting anymore. So take note of that. Okay?
The grassroots emotion of our movement. That is the party headquarters. And that's why we did not apologize a few days ago. We went to pay homage to the last remains and reconnect historical memories of those who died on the ground November 7, 2011. Our previous party headquarters. People want to ask us why we went there. Oh, you know an apology. Your government went and reburied remnants of the Tui party with our taxes, with our people's money. Do not ask them questions. You want to ask a question what we went to salute the spirit of Morocco man. You want to ask what we salute the spirit of Papi Slow. Young people got beaten, killed, and massacred on November 7, 2011. Their blood was spilled to terminate and fertilize this glorious movement today. And with the badge of honor, oh, you know the apology for identifying the young men and women. So, we owe you know the apology of paying revolutionary homage and salute.
The lives of people are changing. You talk about harmonization. We there, okay? But we're looking at the fiscal envelope. You see us working here and there. And the Commissioner General, the LRA, and the team, they're doing a good job. This year, people expected doom. Go to February and hear what people were saying. That we have kept steady, is a source of joy that we are still moving in spite of the turbulence. So as we expand the economy, we will look at various sectors and we will be taking positive actions in terms of remuneration. I told you that the situation of the judiciary has changed. Where they were, it may not be everyone in the judiciary, but the people, the judges, more than dear to my heart.
Then why are they finding it difficult?
With your horses. Let me be clear, and people listen well. The university's budget now, last year, contrary to insinuations that were put out by folks who wouldn't even attempt to ask, the university got almost 100% of their budget. The university budget was, I think,
Last budget.
last year, 2024. Last year you heard, oh, we deprived the university. The university budget was about, what the legislature approved for last year was, sorry, I think, 33, it was 33, yes, it was 33.7.
33.7.
Yeah.
This budget is what?
Yeah, this is about 34 million. Now,
So
last year's budget, only 16,000 of the university budget that the university didn't get. 16,000 in budgeting. It is rare for someone to get 99% of the budget. A lot of reasons. Many entities will hardly get 100% of the budget. So even then,
I want push for yeah. I won't push for us to get the Minister of Finance because in my view, that you find it challenges in getting to the 300,000 from the Finance Minister. Because on the budget, the money stand firm on the paper. To get it, to get the cash is where you can have a problem, I believe. Then it makes it appear as if to say there's no budgetary approach.
Because there are a lot of issues, there are a lot of challenges, when it comes to getting the allotment, going through procurement or what have you. Because we gave the university lump sum, we've been on time. And I'm very clear with my people, make sure that the university gets this budget. Now, this year they have almost 34 million. We are on time. The university is one institution that we make sure that they get their allotment and their payment on time. So, contrary to impressions that are being put out there, that we're not giving the university their budget. The university budget was approved by the legislature. Let me say this. LPS, you have subsidy in the budget. You were approved by the legislature. Ministry of Commerce, the budget has more than 100 entities approved by the legislature. What the university is requesting is beyond what is in their budget. The impression that the Senate was put under was a bad impression, a false impression. And I could sense the heated sentiments from some of the senators, because they thought that the university's budget was not being given to them. And so that was a wrong impression given to the Senate. But in fact, I will forgive, the new president is in transition, to write the Senate Standing Committee head asking for approval of immediate allocation to the university. That's not a responsibility of the Senate.
So was the letter misdirected?
Well, that's your terminology.
Should that letter be written to
But let me tell you what happened, which makes that letter, I don't want to tell you how we feel at the Ministry of Finance. We engaged the university. We agreed that we'll meet the senior management of the university during the weekend, even before offer lay down their charts. We had agreed. So we met the university, the president and her vice presidents. Acting vice president for fiscal affairs, Lester Penny was there. The vice president for academic affairs, Dr. Engley Reeves, and I think vice president for administration, Bennett Otar. We met for almost 5 hours at the Ministry of Finance.
That was before this letter was
Before this letter was written.
Okay.
5 hours talking university. I should have gone to a funeral of one of my staffers. I did not. My Saturday, I invested my Saturday to the university. We talked. And we are not too happy with some things at the university. We're going to take some things. We're going to take some hard measures. In fact, we are going to re-verify. Take this. We are going to re-verify everyone on the university payroll for the month of September. We pay, of the 34 million we pay as a government, 32 million goes for salaries. And some actions that should have been taken earlier to sanitize that payroll system have been delayed. And we were ensured that there will be no delay. Because it is one thing to ask for more, it's another thing to use what you have well. So after the meeting, we committed. We are knocking on not only government doors, external partners. We are meeting them, and I even told them some of the things.
Wonderful Tuesday morning. Promises to be great as usual. We're back on this platform, folks. What I'm going to say to all of you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on your timeline and wherever you're following us from. But this is the People's Program. It's on Kool 91.9, Kool Radio Online, YouTube channel 2, as well as Kool. You are certainly welcome on this edition of the morning ride, the 9th day in the 9th month, and the year stands at 2025. It's always a pleasure joining the conversation from wherever you are. We bring you palatable breakfast at your dinner table, your supper, your lunch, whatever it is, at your offices, in your vehicles, your business centers, on the sick there, at home, whatever. You certainly will have the information right at your doorsteps. You know, you get a zip of your coffee and cream at any time. But we like to say welcome this morning again. Promises to be very stimulative and very thought-provocative as we bring the people voices and the concern to you that serve the people. It's good to be here. I'm Wiki Brooks this morning, Ambassador Vice alongside, as well as Sakano, who's sitting behind the cameras producing all of the sounds and video this morning. Watching us, you can leave your comments as well as share, and others can join you. We hope to read out of some of the comments coming up this morning, but we walk the walk and talk the talk, and as usual have to shift the paradigm about democracy. What a favor on Baluta Truth, the very hard truth I say on this platform. So welcome folks, let's have a good time together. I'll take a briefer to be read back this morning. And you know why?
If you need to
This morning we have the chance. I don't know, something just could pop up this morning because we are getting congratulations. Something could just pop up this morning. You could just, some lucky person might just be walking over with a motorbike. So, cell phone is going to be great for you. So all you need to do now, stand a chance to win 4,000 or some big fabulous prizes are already available this morning. Start to play the Radio Entertainment Cool Cash giveaway. Simply dial *799. Star 11 hatch, $100 Liberian or 70 cents US. Star 799, star 11 hatch. You have the chance to win for a cash prize or something big. I could be calling based on how many entrances you put in, but it's going to be good. You can keep putting in more tickets this morning. You use the shop as well. Star 799 hatch. The option 11. Go there. Play, you want to play one time, you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you put in the numbers, and trust me, once the number hit the screen, I'll call you up, and you will be smiling this morning. Don't make the Tuesday lazy. It's up to you right now to get some cash, or probably get something to be happy about. But welcome, we're going to be right back this morning.
To open the university. Half a million to open the university next week.
To work at the University of Liberia. What dance I do?
Yo, today will be another day for those miswarm, individuals that think that the Student Unification Party as a revolutionary organization doesn't believe in diplomacy. You were proven wrong a couple of days ago when we were giving the space to say it on one purported, croissant, disjointed, misorganized regime speaker in Radio Kun to present our demand. The reasons for which we went for self-gallery was not to show the weakness of the Student Unification Party, but to display that the revolutionary credentials of the party allowed diplomacy in the context of revolutionary engagement. So, comrades, permit me to reduce my height and usher in the Secretary General of the party who will continue to provide the party position for today.
Yo!
Correspond.
Bending on our plans. Yo! My fire must be done. Yo! Fanga party, down. My fire down. Reactionary tendency. Reactionary tendency. Deplorable condition. Deplorable condition. The party's position remains unbending. Yo. Comrades.
They don't want to see her in school. They don't want to see her be cool. They don't want to no. Let me tell you the story of a life. Ayala was a Krishiko. Afara was a Galigo. This is why we are freedom fight. Sina, she's the food of my heart. Sina, the food of my heart. The food of my heart. Sina, the food of my heart. What's up, Buffalo soldier? America. Story from Africa. This is why we are freedom fight.
The humblest progressive journalists and the mass of the Liberian people, over 25,000 students of the nation's premier sanctuary of knowledge acquisition, the State-run University of Liberia, will bring you greetings from the most powerful man on the campuses of the University of Liberia, Chairman Sylvester Wheeler, ideological chairman of the Vanguard Navigation Party.
So,
today we want to be very clear before we even dive into our argument that the position on the immediate resignation and dismissal of Lady Mapanya remains unabated by the Vanguard. We have come basically on the mandate of the party to provide the necessary clarity in the party stance. Of recent, we had a conversation with the legislature, particularly the Speaker of the House of Representatives, as well as members of the House. In our conversation, along with the President of the University of Liberia, who will soon be ex-President of the University of Liberia, the Vanguard Party was very clear that the reason for which the Politburo and the Central Committee came up with a decisive position to ensure that the President of the University of Liberia leave for immediate effect, it was based on a series of counts that we have gathered over the time. And we want to re-emphasize our position. We saw a statement by the university that school is about to resume, and the party is yet to see any concrete and genuine transformation on the campuses of the University of Liberia. And we want to list and re-emphasize all of our points that we put forward to the legislature, that we still uphold. That is the basic in ensuring that Mapanya leaves the university. Our first count was on the question of 100-day deliverables. The reason why we believe that Mapanya is unable to manage the affairs of the university, she has been part and parcel of the condition that keep the university.
And the people on the bench, when I ask them, they are, look, members of the press, go and do some surveys. You will come up with information. So by and large, the president is concerned. That's why every day he's taking actions to change the country positively. We met on Friday in a cabinet meeting, and the president said, do your work, don't mount insults, because it comes with the territory. We are doing our work. I can assure the Liberian people, I came to work for the Liberian people. I always say, and I say today again, election year is a year that politicians win. But what happens in the middle? People talk 2023, people talking 2029, people will be talking 2025, talk 2035. The people need to win every year.
Okay.
And that's what I am going to dedicate all the fibers of my being to achieving. That's why, in spite of all the negativity that I knew would come, that's why I came. Because working with colleagues, under the guidance of the president, we will take this country from where we met it. We will take the country. We will not be in heaven, but it will not be, it will be materially different from where we met. That's the assurance I can give.
Just before we leave you, Minister, 2029, are you considering contesting as president?
Listen, let me say this. You see me? My faith is largely in the hands of God. Why would people? One of the reasons why people wouldn't understand, if this man was so fixated on personal ambition, why wouldn't I have jumped to take a position from the start? Think about it. Yeah, they go around, oh, look, I'm a man that works and will succeed. Where my sons carry me? Who gets afraid? I don't have control over that.
Okay.
Because for me, what is important, and I will tell you something. You know I'm a poet, right? I'm a poet.
And they say poets know better than journalists.
But no, I will tell you something. Because I've been saying this. I will show you the poem I wrote. This was July 2023. As the country was going to election. I will show it to you. I will say it to you. But the poem is titled, Would you make them winners too? I was saying that by October, the people will go to the polls. Or you'll go to the polls. They will stand in long line. They will vote for politicians. After that, will the people win?
Okay.
It's me. I am here dedicated to fulfilling ambition of the people. The people need to win. When we extend electricity, the people win. When the people can move from River G, as my assistant minister did, the people have won. When we expand water supply, for me, that is more important to me, and that's why I came. I will work with all others, and we will have to make the people to win. So, whatever that does to my life, God is in control. But my fixation is making sure that the Liberian, I was in Uganda. I was helping to bring smiles to the people of Uganda. You think I came here not to do it for my country? They think that's why I came? All the successes we score out there, we can do it here. And that's the passion that burns in my belly. And I will not rest. Thank you.
So what a way to end there. He's yeah, let's hear you.
Listen, you know I'm
stagnated. My plan refused to deliver 100-day deliverables. And up to now, the 100-day deliverable is a fiasco. Yo, the same way to 100-day deliverable is a fiasco. The same way my plan 100-day deliverable is a fiasco. Yo.
Long live, long live, long live, long live the boss of the boss, the long live.
Long live.
Long
But it's
live,
always
long
good
live.
when we sit on this platform to talk Liberia. And while we talk Liberia, you have the chance to win some fabulous prizes this morning. You know, just go to play the radio entertainment Liberia Cool Cash giveaway, 4,000, or you could just win this big surprise this morning. Be part of those who are going to be smiling. Dial star 799 star 11 hash and play $100 Liberian or 70 cents US, or you drive the short code by dialing star 799 hash, the option 11. Go there. You want to play 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, you have the opportunity to play. But this is how we like to welcome you. You know, we've been talking about the fight against drugs over and over and over and over, and we'll continue to see a lot of things still taking place in our country. Some of the places that we have now seen drugs being discovered is so shocking to a lot of folks now in Liberia. So we're wondering, how do we go about with this fight? We now see the business centers that we expect to be serving the public. Yesterday, we saw that sheriff and other folks, sex and seizure, whatever the information came from, the Johnson Street area, huge discovery was made there again. And so we try to wonder again, what are we into this fight together, and how long some of these places been dealing these things or being involved into these things. This is not a laughing matter, and we're going to talk about that more. But you listen to Honorable Prince Way. You know the government has spoken about this issue of reducing whatever on petroleum product in Liberia in order to help. But it has not stopped there. It has also come with a surprise. In the last couple of minutes, we tried to verify, but Honorable Musa Hassan Belete had released a statement about, you listen to Honorable Prince Mwe, why the government thought to reduce and import the petroleum product into the country, but there have been little reaction. Honorable Belete now has also written shortly. I will read our text officially this morning, but I want you to hear this from Senator Moy again.
Unification Party, long live.
Long live. We re-emphasize our clear position that our prophet told the legislature. People say it was uncalled for the Student Unification Party to attend to a dialogue. As you are aware, before even the party came up with a decisive position, we have initially attended a series of conversations calling on the administration to address the basic needs of the students. You cannot open the University of Liberia when the state-run university is still deplorable. You cannot open the University of Liberia when students are offenders cannot have access to buses. You cannot open the University of Liberia when students' issue of iron drop that the university committed to addressing cannot be addressed up to date. You cannot open the University of Liberia when the question of improving the facility of the University of Liberia cannot be answered. We see that as an affront. We see that as a complete deprivation of our right to education. And so the Vanguard Student Education Party wants to be very clear that part of our demands, one, Mapaya on the leadership, the administration must ensure immediately to address the issue of iron drop. As you are aware, last semester, the university administration committed to addressing the issue of iron drop. Thousands of students were left out of the portal, and up to now, they are yet to see their grade. Yo, as the honor grade, yo. They were informed to write their names on paper and submit it to the various department. Up to now, students are yet to see their grade on the portal. This was one of our demands, that the administration of the University of Liberia ensures that students can have access to the portal, that students' grades can be placed on the portal before the opening of the school. This we are very clear. And the second demand is ensuring that this so-called semester that is coming be clearly a second semester. We cannot be done with a vacation school that you are telling us that is equivalent to a full semester. While we're coming to the next semester, it be considered as a first semester. It's confusing, is a neglect of our right, is a complete disgrace and inability of the administration to manage the affairs of the students of the University of Liberia.
Viva! Viva, viva, viva! That really was on the brag of that nationalization. Viva!
Viva!
Reckless administration. Yo.
So we are very clear, commerce.
C'est quoi? Education is our right now, a privilege. C'est quoi?
The next issue raised, the issue of transportation. If we cannot see a single bus, we have yet to see a single bus. We have yet to see a single bus on the final campus of the University of Liberia. And the administration is telling us that normal activities are ongoing. We see that as a complete contradiction. And we will not accept that.
Don't tell our dialogue as weakness. Yo. After you change what we change, but we know there's something we change.
Our next demand was very clear that the bathrooms, as part of 100-day deliverables, be immediately improved on the campuses of the University of Liberia.
Tika.
And we talk about the illegal dismissal of individuals. As part of our demands, that the administration must ensure that those who are illegally dismissed can be reinstated decisively and immediately, as part of our demand and recommendation. Our next demand is ensuring that Dr. Mapaya suspend her illegal employment of staff into the University of Liberia. As you are aware, despite financial constraints, quote unquote, despite the university is unable to settle the arrears of part-timers and faculty, Mampanya has employed 28 individuals into the University of Liberia, making salary more than professors. And we have countless of pieces of evidence here. For example,
yeah, that's the voice of Senator Prince Will there on one of the local stations there in his hometown or in Bond County. He's talking about this issue. And there were a lot of things he had to say. You know, there are some of the things we said on this platform. I think they're trying to work gradually. We were talking about had Ghana been able to manage the goal. Because if you look around and how petroleum products have been so restricted, in Liberia, the numbers over the period of time have cried about these. Importers are also, you know, of recent, the Liberia Petroleum Refinery Company started to do some import of petroleum products, of which is part of the function of that delegate government autonomous agency responsible to handle these petroleum issues, you know, lubricant and all of these things. But over 2, 3, 4 decades, we did not experience that. So the management thought that it was time that we return to have that component function, that department being functional at the LPRC. And so, you know, the president has said in the last address, sometimes ago, especially during the July 26th celebration, talking about the hardship facing reality to Liberians across the country. And there was a need to set up a committee chaired by the vice president, that he was very much, he had explicit covenant in an experienced businessman to chair the committee. So the vice president been working. Then he listened to more. They have also gone out of Liberia, been back, meeting other stakeholders, importers, key actors in the commodity sector of our country. How do we address the issue of rights? How do we address the issue? You know, there are other commodities that, you know, people have been talking about it. You know, this Liberia stable food. But we have reached to a point that the government has said, look, this is what we're going to do now. We reduce this, we reduce that. But that has not gone unnoticed with other major stakeholders also in our business community and in our political landscape as well. So after the government, in the last couple of minutes, Honorable Musa Asambete released a statement. He said, a press statement for immediate release. He said, I have received a communication from the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, MPRC, that the government has decided to reduce storage fees payable to Liberian terminal operators from 35 cents to 0.35 to 2 cents, 0.2 per gallon, while at the same time creating new technical cost lines for FPRC. He said that the right primary beneficiary of these cuts, the intent of the government action is to divert money away from Liberian terminal operators and redirect it to FPRC with the intent to weaken the Liberian ownership and silence the Liberian innovation. The net effect is to effectively shut down Liberian-owned petroleum terminals and centralize power in the hands of the few. This decision not only threatens our energy security, but also undermines Liberian jobs and families. There is no way that terminal operators can remain in business if the government carries out this action. The role of the government is to create an enabling environment where private sector can flourish and where Liberian businesses can benefit. This action by the government is in direct contravention of that role and does not represent meaningful reform. It is a deliberate attempt to cripple Liberian entrepreneurs who have invested millions of dollars, much of which has not been recovered, into infrastructure, technology, workforce to stabilize the petroleum sector. These investments have created jobs for Liberians, enabled stability of the petroleum market by ensuring product availability and help to strengthen Liberian economy. So he said, I speak not only as a legislator in defense of the right of Liberian businesses to strive in their own country and contribute to the growth and development of an already weak and stagnant Liberian private sector, but also as the owner of Shimek Oil and Gas Company. This company has served the Liberian petroleum industry through importation, storage for over 15 years. The petroleum terminal business is one of the few sectors of our economy built and sustained exclusively by Liberians. No responsible government policy could sacrifice its own citizen businesses on the pretense of price relief. I therefore call on the government of Liberia to immediately halt this harmful maneuver, to engage in transparent consultation with terminal operators, and to ensure that any reform in the petroleum sector genuinely serves the Liberian people and the growth and development of the private sector, not political interests. Honorable Musa Asability, representing District 7, Nima County. Rights. So folks, this is where we are now today. The reports are now coming up that the government have now decided to say, look, people are crying too much. Some of the guys who are going to buy the retailer, they also cry because of all of the storage fee, the tariff, and whatsoever, and then they have to pay for it. The government now saying, like you listen to Prince Moyo, they will be taking the money to add to the road fund, talk about the maintenance of road, and other things. There are a lot of other things to do with the fund, take it from there. So what we will do, we will reduce it. But the lawmakers say reducing it will put more weight on it. It's clear intent to take Liberian owned businesses, especially Liberian importers or terminal operators out of business, and to turn it over to few, though he did not name, but he said he's been involved in the business for the last 15 years. Now, sometimes we cry for some of these things, but is the government giving a clear definition of an intent, or this is something politically that they have targeted certain people who are involved in this, that doing this will take them off the market? Because there are a lot of other things coming up. There are a lot of other ways people thinking about this issue. So he said he had received a communication from the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company that they had written here already, that the government had decided to reduce storage fee payable to Liberian terminal operators. Storage fee payable to Liberian terminal operators from 35 cents. From 35 cents to 2 cents per gallon. So once you bring your petrol in the country, those terminal operator, as you store there, they are telling you now you will only charge 2 cents per gallon. It used to be 35 cents. But the government has saying this, that look, we think we need to take this thing off the road. So we have to do this. But this is not going on well with one of the leading Liberian-owned terminal operators who are not speaking up on this issue. They say no. There is something, it's not in the interest, it is intended to take Liberians, terminal operators, out of business. Well, folks, is it everything that we play with politics? Or did the government actually sit? Because he's talking that they did not sit, but Senator Moe and other folks were talking that they've been meeting other stakeholders, importers, whether he attended or he did not, whether they ever had a meeting. Reportedly, they said they met a lot of other folks. Whether they met, then had they arrived at that, we tried to get all of the information, but we found they had to, most of the time in Liberia, this is where we have always had problems with these people in this country. We have always had problems. When you want to get the information for them, they do not make themselves available to have the information. They only respond to some of these things when it's actually affect the name or institution. So that's when they respond to these things. But this is where we are, and this is what unfolding right now. We want to see things happen, but yet when it happens at times, we always say, oh, it's politically motivated. So you listen to what I read out not too long, exactly to tell you this is what's happening. And we want to see all kind of these things. Liberia wants to see what's going on, whether we can have this thing actually, whether it's intended to help the people in Liberia or it's intended to go after somebody. So this is where we are onto this matter again, folks. You just listen to me when I read this thing out, and we're still waiting to know exactly what's going to be the outcome of these things. We have spoken about the issue of rice spikes, $17, $18. Today the government said $14. And there are other things. Petroleum product also per gallon have been reduced from 8 something to 600 some more dollars. Plus on the Liberian market, people are smiling. We see the US rate, gradually coming down. But now let's come to this again. But these things must have effect on commodities. Because in time past and present, we have seen the issue of US rate going down. But yet, you will still see in the market whether we are very calculated or strategic in our planning or coming up with some of the policy or wanting to relieve the kind of a weight on the shoulders of the people. But yet, you still see people will pay $200 from ELA Junction to Central Monrovia. Some would maybe tell you $180 because you cannot just be exact. Sometimes people tell you that's my price. And you got goods also on the shelves that people bought previously, and you stick with it because there are people who bought rice. Sometimes we still ask some of these questions as to whether we normally take into consideration what kind of subsidies government prepared to give to some of these importers that they do not. Because if they get to a point and they come together and say, we will not import, they go on a go slow, and Liberia still with food rights. Petroleum product as well that serve a lot of institutions and support the economy in so many ways, from industries to private homes, businesses, and all of these things. And you notice that they make their demand, and government is now fully capacitated to say, yeah, we're going to import rights. Now you are getting involved into the importation of petroleum. At the end of the day, the people make their demand, governments are calm. We now see the same thing that will go back and forth, and the next thing we see, or what measure actually been put into place. That people who bought the rights long before government came to reduce some of the basic commodity prices on the market. Because the man tells you, I bought my rights long before I imported it, or I bought my rights at this price, that's why I'm selling at this price, so I cannot sell below. Who covers the losses? Who covers the losses? How are we prepared to deal with these things? Because the common people out there, they hear these things, they are happy to share. They clap. They want to hear these things. But at the end of the day, sometimes these things, the full implementation are not there. Because some of the pronouncements at times cause serious stir in the country. We see what's happening at the University of Liberia. Years back, the former president declared, but yet the administration and other folks have voiced up that there are a lot of challenges since some of the fees that were being paid being caught up, and government tried to shoulder in. Government is not committed or being so responsive or and timely in fulfilling all of these things. At the end of the day, there are a lot of protests, go slow action, threats from lecturers, students, and all the different folks that will come to the business company. Did we sit with the Importers Association? Did we sit with the Liberia Chamber of Commerce? Did we sit with the Liberia Business Association? We tried to reach out to them, but these are things that you talk about. But honorability is now saying this clever attempt by the government to reduce the storage fee per gallon from 35 cents to 2 cents. He said no. It's intended to take Liberia. What happened to other foreign importers? If everybody, but you are alleging that Liberian businesses will be taken off the market and it is intended to put the interest, but the money will still go right back to FPRC. So if it goes back, is there a clever attempt that FPRC will have more importation power or or financial strength to import more? That because you are alleging that the money, the entire intent is to divert those storage fee, operational terminal fee, will go to FPRC. So FPRC, if this company were importing this, and FPRC was just there to store, now FPRC is saying, government, we are reducing. Saying we got the storage, as you bring it, you import, right now, it's 2 cents. It's no longer 35 cents. It's 2 cents. But this is not something that other folks too happy about. But we will try to talk to some of them in the course of the week, and looking at the regular association or the importers, we try to reach out to them too. But this is it. This is where we are today, like this is not the first time government have reduced tariff or suspended tariff on selling commodities to the country, reducing the prices of basic commodities, But yet you see, now, sometimes when we do these things, at times, these things will kickstart and take effect in Montserrat. Talks about the other legal counties where people come to purchase rights, petroleum product, and they take it back into the legal counties. The essence of business is to also get profit. And some people, love to maximize profit to the extent to the detriment of the people that they even serve. So if they take it, they feel that nobody's monitoring, who's going to be monitoring? And evaluating to know as to what are this thing working and what's the effect with the lives of the people or the economy. What do we intend? What are other places that we would be willing to look and say, what other sector can we look? You hear people talk about the issue of building materials, the building material stores, and a lot of other things. But we have tried these things in the past on occasions. And there are times you see that it's working, there are times it's just done, and the next thing you see, the prices that those things drop from will just go up. But we see the US rate that it is dropping, and people are happy, but yet some of the commodities are still just the same on the market. That's it. People, transportation fare almost just stay the same. You go to the cook shop now, you buy the food the same way. People who sell in scratch shop, you go there again, they will serve you probably the same way. Say $200. Well, they're $220, but some people are selling $220, some people are selling the $200. But yeah, people still selling $200. But you will see that isn't. The US rate is below $200 now. Sometimes you even take $1 US to exchange it. And somebody will tell you that, or you say, give me $1 scratch card. But yet you see on the scratch card $1. But somebody will tell you, add this amount on it, and some will tell you, no, just forget. So we are into this thing, and we need to wait out. Some of you are, saying all of our folks talking about these things. Oh yeah, we got to do this. We got to do this. But in the ways of other folks, they think that this is something or more of a politics than wanting to fight in the interest of the people. This is something targeting Liberian-owned terminal operators. So it's going to take them out of business, but they will not sit and watch these things. This is something political, and it is not something to help the Liberian people. So folks, I'd like to say welcome to all of you again this morning. Don't forget, now you have the chance to win for yourself some very top fabulous prizes this morning. Radio Entertainment Cool Cash giveaway. You're going to win $4,000 $11, but they're playing just $100 or $200, $300, or even 70 cents or even more. You dial star 799 star 11 hash. You know, you have the option there. You go there, they put in the number of times you want to play. You want to play 3 times, put 3. You want to play 4, play 4. And you will get some. I've seen numbers are coming up gradually. So who knows? Maybe some of you might just be called and say, "Lord, you just want for yourself $1,000 to pop up and make you continue to play, or tell you you have won yourself a cell phone or a motorbike." So we're gonna be looking at that. Or you play the short code star 799 hash option 11. Go there and play. Put in your entries and you have the chance. So don't play 1, you wait. You play 2, you wait. But let me take this break this morning and come back, and we continue with our discussion this morning.
Her connected to the University of Liberia to ensure that her agenda can be achieved. My parents employ people paying them $4,000, $4,500 United States dollars who are following any procedure mentor. We see they are deserted, and we see they are servants and corrupt on the part of that of my parents.
Viva! Viva, viva, levy irregularity, tata, viva! Viva!
As you are aware, for example, my parents employ a new employee paying $4,000 to $4,500. $4,500. Imagine, in the university is deplorable. The university cannot afford to have bosses.
Rich pocket post classroom. Rich pocket post classroom. Yo, I'm one of the reasons you did change, yo.
So we talk about the salary reduction and salary increment. We are discussing paying part-timers and paying offer. But the administration under Mapaya has increased the salary of a Secretary General to 437%, while reducing the salary of assistant professor to 60%. How can that be understood? How can that be understood? In an academic environment, Mapaya is abusing, or she has abused her role as president, and she has turned into a clear dictator. As we are aware, as far as the Vanguard Student Education Party is aware, that the removal and dismissal of Mapaya remains unabated. In the coming days, or in the coming few days, there will be unspecified revolutionary action to ensure that Mapaya leaves the university. Mapaya has failed to address the basic needs of the students. Mapaya has failed to address the situation confronting the students and the masses.
Essentially, she's a walking dead body. Essentially.
Down, Lady Philip Mapaya, down. Lady Philip Mapaya is stealing the University of Liberia money, down. Yo, she's depleting your cover. Yo.
As part of our demand that Mapaya was ensure that her salary, why will you be making $15,000? Mapaya has refused to justify the $15,000 she makes. She makes $7,000 plus officially on the payroll of the University of Liberia. Outside the payroll, she makes $7,200 plus. Outside the payroll of the University of Liberia. This is corruption. Mapaya cannot account for the funds she received from the university account through a memo at Echo Bank, but yet she is depriving us from accessing our right to education. She is depriving us from accessing the platform. She is depriving us from ensuring that students can have the right to get access to their grades. For the Vanguard Party, like we said, based on all our demands we presented to the legislature, based on all our demands that inform our decision to ensure that Mapaya leaves the university, if these demands cannot be addressed, there will be unspecified revolutionary action. And let me say this, on behalf of the 33rd Central Committee and Politburo of the Vanguard Student Education Party.
Grateful to the Almighty God, but this is the morning ride, and we're certainly back here this morning. So shortly, we will, it's time this morning, we go for our sponsor this morning, Mary Magai. As soon as we come back, We will continue with the discussion this morning, but I want you to keep listening this morning and keep following this edition of the Morning Ride. So, welcome, folks. Let's get it this morning.
I will give the administration from now to Wednesday. If they cannot deliver any concrete outcome of our demand, we will resort to unspecified revolutionary action and will be consistent on specified revolutionary action. In ensuring that Mapaya leaves the university. Mapaya is unfit to manage the university. Mapaya has failed every aspect. So basically, the press briefing was intended to clearly spell out our demands to the legislature or dialogue table that the administration must adhere to before opening of school. The issue of buses, the issue of ensuring that this semester that is coming as a full second semester, the issue of ensuring that the eye and track situation can be addressed, ensuring that infrastructure of the university can be addressed, especially the bathrooms, ensuring that Mapaya can get rid of a new employee of the University of Liberia, ensuring that the report that informs a decision to dismiss 8 employees of the University of Liberia can be made available to the public and the students, ensuring that Mapaya adheres to your responsibility or to leave the University of Liberia. As far as we are concerned, today is Monday, if we are not seeing any outcome of whatever conversation we have. Mapaya is still passing around arrogantly, thinking that the Vanguard Student Education Party is joking with the education of over 25,000 students. We are very clear about this, beginning Thursday, because after Wednesday, if we cannot see any concrete action, if we cannot see buses that will be committing students to Fender campus, if we cannot see improvement in the federal bathroom or basic infrastructure, if we cannot see Mapaya addressing the issue of iron drop, if we cannot see disaster position, ensuring that the semester be a full second semester, the Vanguard Student Education Party will maintain and will be a consistent and persistent demand, uncompromising demand, ensuring that Mapaya leaves the university and should leave the university to the core. This is a mandate. This is a clear mandate of the Territorial Central Committee and Politburo of the Vanguard Student Education Party. This is the position for the party today. We entertain 5 questions. The Propaganda Bureau will facilitate the questions as we proceed shortly to show some of the basic facilities on the campuses of the University of Liberia.
Yes, I'm Samuel Johnson, a report for Terror Online Television. Recently, you had a press conference here where you talk about the renovation of the Capitol. You said the renovation of the Capitol were being stopped by USU if the Speaker or the House of Representatives failed to address the issue of renovation here at the campuses of the University of Liberia. And recently, you had a meeting with the Speaker. I wanted to know as to whether you raised this issue in your meeting with the Speaker and the leadership at the House of Representatives.
So the issue about our party's position on the House of Representatives being prioritized over the university, we're very clear, we condemn it. And the chairman.
So you see that is Mary Magar, Hopti. It's a supplement right now there in Bonaz Fine and Central Monrovia there as well. The guys are doing extremely well. They had to go. You see they are fully licensed again because they thought because of the work that this Liberian owned have been doing for a lot of folks. There was a need to take it from that level of saying herb to a supplement. And they had to go through the process, test it, and now they are fully back and operating. So some of you who got some of these, they also low blood pressure, rheumatism, stroke. There are a whole lot of things. The supplements there, you get there, the guy, they will explain to you how you consume it. There's an exact measurement. It's not something that you just go there, they give it to you, and you just are walking out of the place, or you take people there, but not found opposite the tissue factory. You go there, you will sit with the folks that are there available, and you see a lot of testimony, you see other folks who are there, and they want to cut across the country before the close of the year to make sure that other Liberians and folks who are in the country are suffering. There are a lot of times who have spent so many money on sicknesses, that we think 1 minute going away after some time resurface and you keep spending the money. But the guys are here, they're doing extremely well. You listen to the members, you can go there and you'll be able to talk to some of the folks there. The guy, Mr. Great is there, and the other folks, they are available, making things happen, making things right, making sure that we Liberians, before the modern medicine came into being, that we Africans of the world, or the Chinese and other folks were involved into herbs, and a lot of them today, they stay specializing and they stay making sure that even some of the major hospitals in the world, India, China, and other places, we are told that even at times some of the herbs are administered to some of the sicknesses or diseases at the hospital because they tested and proven, and they declared out to have these things. So we hope to see these things happening in Liberia too. We got folks, we got talented people, gifted people by God, and a whole lot of intervention in making. But this is it, and this is where we are, folks. Welcome to this edition. So, my God, trust me, they're back, and they're back for good. The folks are there. You've been there before. A lot of you spoke about them. A lot of you got a lot of testimony. A lot of you got a lot of things to say about them. So it's always good when you get them, you have the chance to actually, talk to them. So let me give you this number, which you can have the chance to call. Some of you who are following as well, you have the chance to go there. You can dial *7, or you dial 0777 444 591. 0777 444 591. You just go there, call, and trust me, you will be asked. You can go there and ask all of the hard questions because we will not be able to answer you. But it's always good that you go there. Trust me, my God is there. Once again, this is it.
Yes, it's Marie Morgan. Have you heard about
They gave an ultimatum, and that is the reason why we are here. That is the reason why we are here.
I talk about some of the issues that came from the education sector, talking about reduction in fees. Well, we propagated. I know the Minister of Education, school fees. You don't control the private school, but maybe there are things they are thinking of. I know that we have 100 schools to be constructed beginning, if I'm not mistaken, this month. 100 schools for foundational learning across the country. I and the Minister of Education signed the contract, signed the agreement. So we'll soon start. So the Education Minister will come and give you more information on that. Now, on Mr. Kool, he resigned on the 14th of July, and it took effect, I think, by the middle of August. We never had NNPA. August had not ended, so he could not have resigned because he was in Mandela protesting delay in pay in August. We started paying in August by the 20th. There may be one or two banks where there may be receivable issue. The Controller General tells me, and I think it's worth that by Friday, almost everybody was paid. If there's anyone who hasn't been paid, let us know that. So it will not be because.
Morning, looking at all of these things. This is the morning ride, so you can go there. You will not find the folks are there. They're back, and this time they're back for good and well structured, organized, because they have got you ready from one stage to another. It's not just something you're just sitting and just doing, but rather they're making some impact, and lives are being restored, illnesses being healed, and you can believe that this is Liberia owned. This is not something that came from elsewhere. So you got to look at all of these things. This wonderful, wonderful morning. Yes.
Yeah, and Marie Maga is a supplement that cures a lot of sicknesses you're aware. And remember, there have been a lot of testimonies in the past about the Marie Maga hot tea, where folks who had sicknesses were cured. So it's important, for this clarity, it was a break. It's good that when you are doing
any substantive business, you have to align with government institutions in order to operate, not just to work in the country as anyhow or any way you want to be. So Marie Maga had to look around our status with government, making sure with the Medicine Health Authority and regulatory authority, and with the Ministry of Health, with the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and all these things have been settled on. So Marie Maga is back, as a matter of fact. So if you're suffering from typhoid, you're suffering from stroke, suffering from pneumonia, suffering from growth, suffering from sexually transmitted diseases, Marie Maga is there to help you through. It's a supplement now. It's recognized in Liberia as a supplement, and it's Liberia owned, like you said earlier on. It's there to help you, and it's just very simple. You have to mix it with hot water. The water have to boil, and when you mix it, it has to be at a temperature not very cold, at a temperature where you can be able to consume it, but you don't take it cold. And when you take it, it helps you. It carries through. And it's, for example, let's be the first thing in the morning and the last thing in the night for you. It can carry you through, and you see that it starts to work in your body. There are some deformities, some defects into the body. The supplement can help to clean the entire system. Some for having eye problems, some suffer from stroke before, and a lot more. So Marie Maga is back. Marie Maga hot tea is back. It's recognized in Liberia now as a supplement. So it's important that those of you having some problems, and you can go there. Others had before and they got killed. Others infertility issues. Others suffering from sexually transmitted diseases and they got killed from their sickness. So Marie Maga is back. We'll call some of the numbers other than those that have been read already for you. Like we said earlier on, listen on the ad. Marie Maga is in 4 counties. It's in Lufa County. You see it in Zozo, in Vanjoma, in the Kool, and it's in Bon County, in Banga, and it plans to extend to other parts. It's in Nimba County, Nimba, Ganta City, other plans, Sakapie, Bound, Tapetai, other areas. And Marie Maga is in Mosorado County, into the Bananas Farm area, around the tissue, opposite the tissue factory, there in Painesville, Bananas Farm. The Kumabeno and Son Tissue Factory, opposite there, you find Marie Maga. And Marie Maga also in Central Monrovia, Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street is there. You can also get help once you are in that area. Then there are plans for Marie Maga to open its outlets to other parts into Monrovia. And the latest report is that Marie Maga is actually on a serious process to serve Liberians. It's a quest that they want to see the Marie Maga herbal tea or the supplement in hospitals where others who go there can get cured also. So if you go to the Bananas Farm area, the Marie Maga for Life Healing Center, you talk to Mr. Prince B. Gray Sr. on 0776 369 805. 0776 369 805 and on 0888 856 776 0888 856 776. So you want to go, if you are around the Bananas Farm area in Painesville, you can go there and you talk to Mr. Prince B. Gray Sr. If you are in the Central Monrovia, around the Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street, you talk to Patience Weah as contact person into Central Monrovia there on 0775 499 549 0775 499 549. So it's important. Give a try and you see yourself. Marie Maga has a lot of experience of healing a lot of folks with sicknesses in this country. So it's important that you yourself try. Marie Maga has been a proud sponsor of this program. I want to recognize that this morning.
So folks, welcome. This is the Morning Rise. Certainly shortly we'll go to the lines, but we need to talk about this issue that we were talking about shortly before we went for our sponsor break. The government has said, but there was a quick response from one of the importers, or one of the terminal operators coming from the District 7 lawmaker of Nima County, Musa Family. It's not they're highlighting him, but because he said it's intended to take Liberians, terminal operators out of business. Now, come to think about this. If you do your mathematics, we just getting to know that people have made millions of dollars. Some of our Liberians, but at the expense of the poor people, or at the expense of those who will be inputting all the period of time. So you have a storage facility that when people who were import to the country, they send it, people import, and you got a storage facility. You take, for instance, somebody brings in 25 million gallons of petroleum per, and you are paying to store that or to keep it for them in a simple thing. You pay the person, you charge them 35 cents per gallon. So if you brought in 25 million gallon in the country, you'll be talking about, and when everything goes well, you're talking about 8,750,000. Yes. So even if you brought it down to 10 gallons, you'll still be in a very good range. So you do the calculation, you get to know that our folks too be making some huge money in this country. They be making some very
and they don't want to let the public know that they're making money.
So government has said no. You will have to charge to keep storage fee now will be, even if you say you brought in if somebody brought in 25 million gallon, you will still be around 3 million plus 0.2 or the 2 cents. You will still be in millions. Now, how are they? Because we see people boasting, I'm very rich, I got this money.
Yeah.
We just got to know that these things, now, if you did the calculation, you said by the time you say, maybe you say 25 million, you say you talk about 0.3. You got a 3 cents but then 0.3, you times it by 25, you talk about 7.5 million plus. Or 8.5 million plus.
Yeah, 8.7. 8.75.
Yeah.
And Ambassador, my disappointment is the government are taking this from 0.35 to 0.2 cents. But then, in the specific case of the likes of other business and the level of municipality, they are complaining.
But they were not telling us that they were making millions of dollars.
No, they're not telling us.
They are not the one importing. They got operation. They got terminal operation. Now people bring in the store for people, and they charge people the fuel. Now government saying no, because government said when importation now FPRC is importing and telling you no, we will have to store to this level now. You will charge people this amount per gallon. But you say no, it's intended to take Liberian people, Liberian businesses out and intended to so our importers or people who've been operating their own terminals that have been storing people other petroleum products at the Freeport. What are you saying to these things? Liberians getting to know that you've been earning millions of dollars.
And the deceptive part is, Ambassador, they don't, like I said earlier on, they don't inform the people. Then you go look at a certain point in time. The price of gasoline, oil, just
government will have to be strategic, and government will have to be ready to stand the test, because these people will be, if care is not taken, they will go to strategize and make demands to government that they will slow down, that the storage system got this other problem, they will not be able to store. So at the end of the day, government will have to live up to the kind of demand. Government might then back off. So what you want to say, government will come back and say, we hope government did a proper calculation and know that she can stand by what she has said. Or other than that, we don't want government to go back and forth.
No.
Come back and say, okay, for some reason, we'll carry to 2.5.
Yeah. So and then if government have to go that route, Ambassador, you see the citizens start to cry.
Yeah. Because we're still looking up to know the effect with the reduction of the pricing rights in other commodities, what effect they taking?
Look, the business people have not been sincere to the Liberian people. They have not been sincere. And you remember, he even wrote on his Facebook page about this issue.
Yeah, I just read out.
Yeah, and you know, Liberians, the people make you to understand that they're not making money. But they go to your other end and tell you they are millionaires. We are the big guys. We are the runners in town. We are the movers and shakers in town. We want to do this for you. They make themselves clean and make government ugly. If you were stolen for 0.35 and government said let's bring it to 0.02, they're not good. Eh? Then you make it look like government against the entire policy, the entire process, and government is diverting from the entire principle, so that you now want to make money out of government and make the public know that government is not in their interest. This is bad. And the role of government is to create an enabling environment where the private sector can flourish, where Liberian businesses can benefit. This is government in. But some businesses, they don't want you to know this. Hey, my people, imagine if 0.35 government bring it to 0. What it hurt inside? Government saying you make this amount, we make this amount, and the public make this amount. That is in order to have reduction into oil and gas issues into the country. Because you were aware in some time past, in past government, sometimes will reach the entire system go low, no gas, and everybody now carrying gallons to gas stations to fill it in for reserve. And the next thing is skyrocket. And once it go that level, you go low, transportation increases. The other people bring their own. Even when there's 5 cents or when there's $5 added on any petroleum product, the people add 5 or 10 on distance. It's not sincere to the country. But they try to see these things that government is not interested in this thing. You see, the government investment of creating jobs for the Liberian people is to have enable the stability of petroleum market. So that will show project availability into the system here.
So even if you, like government says 0.2, 2 cents now. So even if you had 25 million into the country, the storage, and those two for anybody, you still earn 5 million.
You still get the money.
You still got good money.
You see? And the reason why.
So even if you brought it to 10 million gallon at 0.35, 0.35, you will still be around of 3 to 5 million plus.
Yeah, that's a 5 million.
Yes.
You still make a lot of profit.
But
they're not sincere. And my issue on this thing is, like he wrote on his page, he's saying that he called on the government to immediately halt this harmful maneuver, to engage in transparent consultations with terminal operators, and to ensure that any reform into the petroleum sector genuinely serve the Liberian people in the growth of development of the private sector, not political interests.
And another one, we will have to go to the Freeport of Monrovia too as well, where warehouses owned by other folks, people who are importing rights, how much the charge per bed, the storage fee, and all of these things. We need to know some of these things, because at the end of the day, we still seeing the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of the pronouncements have never been made. You asking, because the people right now, you get in a taxi to go to men tells you, oh man, I'm a bread. I think I'm going.
Yeah.
Not government buy my gas. You want to go get that? You plan, you go to the store and you say you want to buy rice. The man tells you I bought my rice long before. So what our government will be strategic. They understand too. All of these things are consideration and say, look, we get all of those timeline. Probably say all of those who bought in rice, we give you the period of this to say right. Other than that, when we come in down with this, it takes immediate effect. Because someone will say the pronouncement and then say I close my door. I'm government by my right.
Yeah, and like you say, what I like about government is targeting the importers, the outside, where you taking the product from, so that it can affect the price up on
it's
not just the price.
Yeah, that's what we keep asking. You know what? Government do. What else you give you subsidy? We know in time that they were trying to give some of these things. Some of them they say, but little or whatever. But what the government say getting involved into the old importers and tell us your main, your main source of importation. Let's see who you deal with. Who are those people you deal with? Maybe we also can sit on the round table and use the government arm and serve as the guarantor or the that you are responsible enough. You got the backing of the government to have these things done. So you can sit down with them and say, look, we want to, as a government, maybe some of the places are rice coming from India, Vietnam, China. There are so many countries around the world rice coming from, to Liberia, Singapore, Malaysia, whatever it is. Then because we got by a larger relationship with these countries.
Yeah.
So we use it also to lessen the burden on our importers and say, look, we're good at it. But if government just sit back and think that they're going to talk with the people, because these guys, we still see them putting on a poster that they think that government wants to take them out of business.
Sure.
So if care is not taking, we might just return to business as usual.
And they see government now as the wrong person in the part, like you mentioned earlier on, where government have to be back and forth with their process. They have to go back and forth, make certain pronouncements.
So these are commodities. These are political commodities. These are commodities that make government unpopular at any time, in any given country. Very, especially when you talk about the country's staple food. You talk about petroleum products. You see the number of motorcycles, we got in this country. The number of commercial vehicles, people with a private vehicle who are not working, they use it also. So there are so many means of which they put food on the table. So when they decide to say, look, we think, and we look at the US yet it's dropping, but yet we still see ourselves buying the scratch card of the same price. We're getting the other things almost the same, and all of these things are just happening at the same time, and we still do not have the kind of a proper redress into it. So these are some of the issues that
it's important. Let the truth be told. Let the people benefit.
Let's hear from them this morning. 0775 919 919 080 919 919. Let's hear from you. What's your take onto this issue of government? What government intends to do, and we start hearing complaints from other folks. But why is it doing so? You have the chance to win some cash this morning. The radio entertainment who cash giveaway. You can play $100, $200, $300, or 70 cents. You will win for yourself 4,000 or other prizes. You need to do is to dial *799 *11 hash, and you play. You want to play 2 times, 3 times, just put in the numbers. Let's talk to our first caller on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
I'm here calling for the GHO visit now.
You're welcome, Eddie.
Yeah, my ambassador. You see, you're only discussing about the gasoline, the rice, and the taxi driver, coming out of the taxi driver. But you're not discussing about the building material people. Because when you go in a building material store, one still got 15 hours.
I spoke about building material earlier when I started the discussion. I said because the government talk about all of these things, because these are all of the challenges. People have places they can't build because of the prices. So we're looking at what of government, all of the area, but building material here, but we're looking at first the basic commodity, the political goods, like petroleum, like rice. My brother, let me tell you that you say you're a commercial driver, you know that you're taking people to different destination to do some transactions. So if they don't have the means to get there, how do they transact? You first line or transfer as well.
Yeah, but
yeah, but we can't just discuss everything.
We can't discuss everything at once. Let's take our time.
We can't discuss everything like that. We take it bit by bit. When we're done with this, we'll go to the next one.
Okay, no problem.
Appearance.
Yeah, I mean, it was just everything I want.
Remember, we can make the probably have 5 votes and one saw all 5. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
But possibly just everything I want.
Go ahead.
Something that I'm looking at. This committee that was formed there telling about that the vice president will let you know where they're reporting, and he making the president to shine invited current history. You bring on the 1450 for the government, right? Those are those who buy it. Who will put for them buying? How much are they
The people said they met with a lot of folks. They met with a lot of people. They had come ministry, they had the Black Business Association, the Liberal Chamber of Commerce. They met all these people. They met the Importer Association. That's why they said. So we're waiting on them to come and deny that they did not meet them. But that's why they were given a timeline. They said they met these people. So we want to know when they see things going the other way. So people can, because we know in this country when you're telling people to come make everything, they will not come until the bad thing comes up. So the people said they met with them. So we hold it as it is.
So you know that was looking at because I didn't go to the put the body rest who was putting others. They are kind of
Man, the issue like black people, they are just people who got problem like the rest of whole. Once you want to solve this side, like people go, so why you going to this side? Let's solve one problem at a time.
Morning.
Good morning to impossible Isidro. This is the voice of Luther, Lomini Psychic Junior Driver, District 6, Montgomery County. I think we should try to invite the common minister or some of the car questions that people are asking this morning. Whether it will not backfire, whether it will not go back to the business I use of. But I believe this
let me just say something to you and say something to almost everybody listening. Let me make you go to understand to you just feel that we don't call these people. These people, let me tell you, they don't come to radio so easily. They only come when they want to make clarity. So you haven't been telling us to invite these people. We have done it also many occasions. So when we get our information, we will provide it to the public. They will come back to explain. We don't take instruction from the public. That recommendation is long dead. We don't listen to that thing any longer.
Alright. Just so that you are saying, whether you're not fire, I pray that you should fire because the government, I know, they feel the rate inputter, refuse to be right in the public. The government can even stay initiative. I can remember doing China time, to make it fun, and China.
Sometimes you call so many people. No, they will not come. So a lot of government officials are not media savage. Only few people with a name, Dre ain't called the farmer yesterday because there's allegation on the ministry. So that's the time they come to make. You can serve in a public space and only wait for a problem before you think you can come make clarity. When there are misinformation, when there are allegations against you, some people reach out. Even sometimes there are no allegation, we want to know the function of the ministry, the function of the agency. You call them, they don't work out. They wait when the names are dragged into something or the public having serious outcry according to the president to dismiss the head for alleged corruption or whatever, bad legal practices and all of these things. That's when they want to come to make clarity. They're looking for your phone numbers. So we will not be begging people. Sometimes we ask, you go to media.
We just expose them as all.
You go to media, most of the agencies, you go to the media department, these guys are dead, they're almost dead. They only function when
they prefer to do that one podcast.
Yes. So they say most of the government officials will not say, right after work, they in the office or the home, the somewhere, they on a show late night, or they're doing their own podcast. So the people running their own show, they're blowing their own homes. So we're asking you people, the prices that you gotta be the one to say, yeah, it's taking effect, I bought this thing this way. So you gotta understand. We just walk outside and be talking 3 hours every day. But when you asking these people to come, sometimes they tell you yes. At the dying minute, they can't make it. So you calling them, they will never respond. Ask some of our colleagues. Good morning.
How are you, Wiki? How are you not?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, calling for people. Hello?
Go ahead, you live. Be audible, man.
Yeah, so the issue. I do not say that to what is it? Family crisis on storage, they get. But I'm thinking, so what is it like in there? I don't do the president on financial carry on story. You have to go back and work with that. But it's still that, and my own probably will get.
Someone sit down on their own podcast and talk about how many millions are the what the kind of car they can drive.
Yeah.
You know?
It's still car president driving, driving, so now it's like, they put out 14 for, but everything you can get out of the house. So like, you think you're making out money, you get it.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Proper defender, civilized basketball, and I join you on District 9, most of our country. Thank you very much for the unique topic. You know, Because sometimes people will lie to come to power, but to govern the country, you will not lie. You need to do the needful things. Yesterday, on commodities in our country in past this year, it was castigated by opposition at them. And commodity is one of the things that can bring political party to power in our country, especially Mama Labiru. In 2013 to 2021, when President George Manuel Biafra, red price was stable with $14. In 2022, when red price it was scarce on the market because due to Ukraine war, the opposition then stopped not until the red price went to $16, 50 cents to $17 at that time. The opposition then they fought at the government at that time. When the president was carrying this at that time, he made go or negotiation or other things. Today, we saw it on camera that Vice President Kool, you are given the privilege to go and talk with a red dealer. That you are the chairman of that negotiation. And that people know the way the boy that goose and brought in the country before, the president came out with a quote-unquote reduction of commodity. So then we go in the market, we can't get to them now.
No, I'm not coming there.
All right. Okay, we're still selling out there for 3,000 for 150. So people will say 3,200. So people say 3,000 at time.
You can call me names and you want me to count the district so you can put talks together to jump on me. Thank you. Good morning.
What is the point you're making?
You're welcome.
Good morning, Ambassador.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. This is Most coming from the JFE. And asking the newspaper for the government is welcoming to draft the petroleum price, the prices on the market, and asking what the government will do. I would recommend the government to pay most storage in case to have this thing, not only for this government, but all governments to come. So if the possibility, especially possibility, will start complaining that it's not subtracting with some of us, that no one really want to be president of the nation because they keep the Nigerian people. You know, unfortunately, you said this morning, when you understand, nobody continues. Population not coming also now is technical that you are making billions of dollars. All of the Nigerian people. You understand? So for them need to make a full storage, maybe the go over there. You also with China will also have a enough storage in our FRC. And the equation will be balanced. So what you see and recommending to them, then it will make serious sense. But that government that you did it, and without you saying that it's really will go back to the thinking that you say there again.
Yeah, but even another way to even make more money, the government can start to build storages across the country as well, not just the FDRC. They got other facilities the government used to use before. They can revamp the areas and start operating that. Other people don't have to come way to Monrovia.
They have a straight facility in other counties.
Yeah, even if we don't have one in some other countries, let's see how we can get it established. That people who are doing a retail, no filling station, can also have the means they don't have to buy at a high cost. Government will take it there and sell it at the same price.
Sure. OGG there, good morning.
Thank you for the opportunity. What the government is doing is welcoming. We hope and pray that they continue and even go beyond. Appealing to the government to even carry on further reduction instead of it being 2 cents, let it be 1 cent, 0.01.
You want to kill somebody?
Let us start suppressing the commoners. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
So we've been saying, government needs to be proactive. That's why you see in other countries, they put out inland ports. We know that they started to do some assessment on that, but we need to see more of that. Some of the countries, our people struggling too much. That's why people take advantage of it. People leave from Lima County, can't wait to Monrovia before you get probably a truckload of rice and take it back. If you are expecting to go sell it, what government have declared, until government can put the measures into place and say, look, we got a central point in the southeast. We will have a storage facility in this county that can connect the next 2-3 counties where people can get petroleum, people can get rice, at the same price that people would buy it in Monserrato or in Buchanan and other places. When we decentralize these things, they wait. But you not see people coming, people carry, won't buy flower bags, they won't buy all of these things. So it's time to open up to do some other things. That government will be able to look at some of these things. Let's talk to other call this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Tommy. Morning. You know, I'm tired of the end with the area. You're good at talking to us. You get up to the yeah, I don't have to it. But sorry for the topic. But I want to say that. But to the topic, you know, Musa said that because the things too much. So my dad said, no, it's great to be. They want to take out of the I'm not very happy there. So I think let's talk about the idea of people people. Every mother, you know, every mother.
But I mean, money no country too.
Yeah.
That would be one serious thing. Yeah, I tell you, answer when going back home.
Put in 30, go to 40, go to 50.
Yeah.
But the people make the money, they don't let it like people know they're making money. But they can't say rich. They don't let it making money.
Trying to go to the legislature to protect.
Yeah, their interest.
That is the fact.
But it's just make government low ugly. Let war say government will bring it all the way down.
Yeah.
You get interest in that. Suppose that one like 0.1 get interest. So when government reduce it, you get interest, leave the market space, everybody go there.
Go to 17.
Maybe that not me, you go there instead. So go can be trying to be saving. You when see the other point the bottom and saving for poor. Good morning.
Good morning, with you, brother. Now.
Good morning. Yes, sir.
So I go ahead.
Thank you for the good information to stand on reading for it for what happened now. Now, we keep brothers as we think. Now I don't ask the question. We keep who betray who. Now I say that I don't know what they're saying about. I explain what I mean who betray who. There is a concept. And the said, they're going to see yourself, be a person who are sufficient. They try to what understand. Now we put out some anything, but this is sufficient as a person. But we have to over the pocket now. Right? We have a little so. Who people do so? No. They're so. They never want to go to the head of power. Because they thought the government in 1980. They put out a sorry. We really got that good students. Who brought us to the point here? Who brought us to the 9 years? Who brought us to the 50 years? They were just the regime. People see the benefits for no matter more than making a job and making people. They feel like people are concerned with the process to get for people. So people need to step up and improve the life of those people there. Someone take a child and think that the government will give them because how they went to become working on it. They believe that the government will be. And the same government is resolved to be done to the side. They are telling you, you're taking them on. What they have started, that's it. So they are putting away. So every environment, they're saying every environment will all. How do you think the government is talking about? They don't understand how they do that. Well, no, it's not. It's not true. It's a slow one. You do what you got to get it. And you get things out of the door. Get out there. So you know what get it?
The people bringing millions. Say what, man?
You know what get it? But you say what the president. So kid is out there. So what is the last time now? You said what they are basically. You take it on your second and working. Who did that? Who? It's this one because it's all like better than president. Who will make the government? Now what they got to do all that? They make us feel that
They make money from the country and made the commoners know that they're making nothing. Government is a buku man, the whole thing.
Then they say that you put that, you get free. How can maybe make it all when everything you get free? Make it all something. Because I'm a gentleman or the ignorant and the God benefit of the country. Because you know what we believe that the wrong thing is the right thing, the right thing is the wrong thing. But we still believe this person has the government. So for these things, and we believe a piece of things. That is not the day. When the president goes ahead and tells them, once they look at the honor, honor of watch, after we could have gone to work, and the president to hire the day.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning. 07759. Okay, let me talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, and this is Frank calling from Tuturo. My attention drawn to the storage facility like Musa Collective is talking about. These people are not sincere with it, let me pray. You keep been making sort of money like that, then you pretending that you love that great people, then you fooling them over the years. Now you acting like nothing doing. Now government coming in to do the own thing that the Ghanaian governments are doing and things are getting in place to do it, your problem. When they say government must export your problem, what is going government doing your problem? When you ready the machine being your keep the machine being out of the place because you want to get one machine in nearby there so you can get more food. So all the things that you are against them. Then the storage facility again, you see the kind of even early attack you over work from money. Everybody know that today you acting like that. The people putting you out of business. These people are not serious. They think they do it to the country, they fight in the country, they see that they lost the thing. They make them come out money. Then they boasting about it, they have millions of dollars, they this and they throwing party, they doing this. So thank you, man. I'm not talking to the people get me away there.
Okay, thank you as well. Thousands of Liberians they still remember, today is a historical day in our country. 1990, September 9, it was the date slain Liberian president Samuel Kinde was captured and executed. Yeah, so we just want to take it back in memory lane. So 1990, on this identical day, former President Samuel Kinde was captured and executed by the rebel faction led by Prince Wild Johnson during the First Liberian Civil War, through fighting Platinum for years, and after his death, by the Independent National Patriotic Front of Liberia. Let's say good morning. Hope they met and they have reconciled themselves. Good morning.
Good morning to my two great ambassadors. Our greatest people.
Pastor Moses Sayo.
Thank you for the exclusive recognition. I want to give God the glory for you guys, like God continuing to safeguard you people, leaving your houses every day to come and sacrifice for this nation. I wish we would hear people calling on this radio and a defender of Liberia, defending maybe political party or one of you. By God's grace, some of us will always see the better of this country. Want to appreciate government, Mr. Brooks, for some of us we take upon our time when government say those things. We go in the market to do some, findings before coming out to speak on the radio. And initially when he really took a tour to ask, I got a lot of friends. Now, you will not believe it if somebody will call on the air or go red light. My brother, according to my home mentality, I'll call my people in mentality. We are buying restaurant 2,800 here. And gas now is 690. You come on the Coca-Cola Factory, we will see gas for 690. Okay, short car. Other people are selling short car 200. Other people are selling short car 220. Those are the things that we found out that government, you need to do more. You have said this. But whenever we see the truth, when I see rest for 3,100, 3,200, I should speak it out. But we shouldn't come on this platform. If you can find another platform where sometimes there is no true lies on him, other platform, but for Kool FM, they are there for the laborious people, they are there for the common people. So other people that sit down on a podcast, say all kind of things, acting like they love this nation. No, they don't love the nation. Because when government says some things, they hate them, they hate the acceptors. So at the end of the day, you will see them coming down hard on government. But I don't know where either you say you love the nation, instead of you joining government, and say, okay, so government, you are saying this, for me, I'm putting reds, I'm bringing reds in the nation, I'm bringing fuel or gasoline. Let me join government, because what? Anything that the government does for the nation, they also do it for me. I love it too, but no, we don't want to do it. We want to pin government black, so at the end of the day, the commonwealth will favor us. Really, Mr. Nag, Let God continue to bless you.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Moses, sign this morning.
Always follow us. You live?
Thank you, Wiki. Now, good morning.
Good morning, Nicolate.
Thank you for the acoustic recognition. So, with this drastic reduction in the storage fee of petroleum, I think we are getting there. So, can you imagine if somebody having to store just 1,000 gallons of gas within a tank, the person will be made to pay $350. So for the government has seen it. The burden is on the ordinary people because we are the end user of those products.
Yes.
So I think it's a great venture, and regardless of who might want to stay in the way of the government has taken oath to defend the Constitution. The government has taken oath to work in the interest of the citizens. So let me commend this government. When they go wrong, we are there to condemn them. When they are doing things that will benefit the ordinary people, I think we should commend them. So I give this as a thumbs up to President Joseph Nima Kwaka.
Okay.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Prince. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Richie, and good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Gabriel.
Yeah, thank you. This is Gabriel Contact on the second. So now, let me tell my government our project for thank you for the just of press in Liberia or one more or know your council small. And then like about that, I also want to give to the president even not yet for some policies to come up with the legislation. When we open our eyes, so around 18 when we open the eyes of the country and we saw the country, what we saw in the country was government encouraging people to make fun in the country in the sense that so the whole red bill in the country can be they can put it in. Well, the government will pay people $50 or 50 cents, 25 cents to make fun. You make the fun, they will give you the government will kind of give you receipts, give you a thing that you can pay. You want corn, to give corn. Government have people on the field doing that one. You make that fun, the state government will buy it from you. They will buy the red one, you bring it to town and sell it at the kind of price one second. So we have the country rest in the market, plenty and they with the rest of the push out. They will not they wear red. Only price of being pushed out the country. The time we saw some oil, they broke into the factory, they tried to be pushed out the country, and they pushed out in the country. There was nothing but wear red, coming to the country, pushed out the country red, and went in the country. But now, the people want to make the farm not plenty because to make the farm they're expensive. They did put the bread, the farm, put the state down. You don't have the money to get a small farm because the government is supporting people making farm in the country. I'm telling you, Liberia food business will have an end because people want to work, but don't have a hand. Here, government, here, company, but this one, everybody go to the people want to make farm like Blue Farm, Bond, Nima, because they get the higher people that make farm there. Go to them, ask them what can we do to help Liberia for food basically. Okay. They put the farm, they come and help them support the farm, they will hire the food. Everybody food. Okay.
Thank you. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, National Priority Board.
Yeah, go ahead.
John Moba.
Yeah, thank you so much, National Priority Board. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate National Priority Board. That they work for the Liberia people. We give the National Party want to appreciate the government for the hard working concern with the rest and the state press. But what Liberia people, they don't want to get a problem. Most of us state press. When you go on this side and now the US travel, when you go on this side, the state press is National Park. Now, the school fees, National Park, because I know you have to everything, you have to school fees there. Parents cry, so parents get fine, they
morning. Parents, no celebration.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
My name is Kool Mornong. I'm calling from here.
You're welcome.
We here now, we have to tell the government thank you for the expertise coming down. But the matter of fact is that the thing I want to know is that, because while we're talking about the red district, the past government said that it started with the best imposter there and it had spoke something to bring the expertise down. So it was for only the past government, as a government that continuously something that when the other government can continue. But then we see the other government can let expertise go up, and the other government we the other government can let it go up. I thought I was still I was stable with the government can it continue like that. But seeing people completely on rest. I don't know. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Go ahead.
Mr. Bar, your thing, my name is William Delafoy from Marshall Highway.
Okay, you're welcome, Chief.
Yeah. The government on the help facility, then the saying that they sort of bring certain metrics. Well, you see, our people said who have money, they are people. You see, they are not in the interest of we are the last place. Yes, they're not in the interest of us. I think we like people education on a daily basis. We should listen carefully and then see what they're going through this country, and up to now we're still in a hardship. They're going to try to farm me so our education can come down. So that is public study test, the LP test, and I just all two things that would be in the interest of the safety. That is only to go with our way, no way. The gap, let it come down, every other thing, let it come down. So we, if some people for us, please, everybody will feel what it means, it is okay.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. They are calling for us, the rest people, and also to the minister. I expect you guys.
Sorry, on a very bad line. We hope you can call back, but let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And this is Isaac and I call from my partner. I want to that because of the government of the district. Why should I allow?
You're very terrible. Lying to this caller finally. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jojo.
You're
welcome.
I just want to say thank you this morning for always opening our heart. We also know how we live for in this country. Again, my president, I want to say thank you. I don't have to. So I love your way of that. When it's a person, I didn't I want to live. Number two, again, I'm begging you, President Water, please follow Charter process. When soon we beat President and somebody say, I will not do it. I will close my shop. Say I get you 5 when I shut up, I will be no more. And see, whatever was up, I'll my head. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dad. This morning we will go for our break this morning, take a sip of our coffee this morning on the Venetian. While we're taking our break, you have the chance to win for yourself some cash. Yeah, so dial *799 *11# and you can certainly have the chance to win something, $100 or you can get also, play 70 cents. Fabulous prices already here. Seeing people, take the chance. Trust me, we'll be calling people. You want to play 2 times, 3 times? Put in the number. I will call your number as soon as I hit the dashboard. Keep playing this morning. The Cool Cash Radio Entertainment Giveaway. *799 *11#. You play $100 or more, or service in US, or you just use the short code by dialing *799#. The option 11. You can play. The more you play, the chances are there for you to win.
One quick answer, you I won't push for us. Yeah. I won't push for us to get the Minister of Finance because in my view, that you find it challenges in getting to the 300,000 from the Finance Minister. Because on the budget, the money stand firm on the paper. To get it, to get the cash is where you can have a problem, I believe. Then it makes it appear as if to say there's no budgetary appropriation from the legislature. If you need 200 to 300 up to 400,000 to open the university, $500,000 to open the university next week, this committee, even on recess, we can summon the Finance Minister. Good. The chairman on education is here. The chairman on where you go? Where's the miss?
Jesse being there in Tinkersville, Mrs. Dorothy being also Tinkersville, Eating Best and being, as well as Salome and Munchi being you there as well. And to my love and caring family there in Tinkersville, I'd like to say happy listening treat to all of you on this wonderful, cool Tuesday morning from the city of Painesville, Liberia, to all of the folks following us this morning. Say good morning to you, Mr. Emmanuel Rossa. Good morning to all of you following the broadcast this morning. Let's have a good time together. Let me say good morning to you, my big brother, my next door neighbor, Mr. Sando. Good morning to you. Thank you this morning for the greeting, checking on me. I'd like to say good morning to you, the big man himself in Tinkersville as well. Good morning to you. This is the morning ride. We take a video of the sun and we'll be right back this morning.
Trustee board chair of the University of Liberia is a senator here. And the university cannot be closed for 500,000. Especially that you need on him. I just want to make sure that we get
more than dear to my heart.
Then why are they finding it difficult?
We're your hostess. Let me be clear, and people listen well. The university's budget now, last year, contrary to insinuations that were put out by folks who wouldn't even attempt to ask, the university got almost 100% of their budget. The university budget was, I think, last year, 2024. Last year you heard, we deprived the university. The university budget was about, what the legislature approved for last year was, I think, 33, it was 33, yes, it was 33.
Folks, this morning, while we commend the President of the Republic of Liberia for doing a lot of good things for this country, though there are other concerns a lot of folks have been speaking about over the period of time. The people in Bakwulu are crying because, according to them, there are some officials of the county that currently have their knees on their necks, and they've been calling that they can't breathe, and the President needs to do the needful to have the people, because the LACC officially released an indictment on these people. The officials, there are some officials of the county and a private vendor. And this is one of long-standing issues. There are a lot of other things, and there are folks who allegations been leveled against, and they've been suspended in the process. But the folks back on some of the folks alleging that the superintendent been protected by, reportedly by the senator of the county, as well as the two senators and other folks from the county who are protecting. Because if you look at the court document or from the LCC, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission announced that they have a significant development on the 16th Judicial Court, Circuit Court, and they have returned a true bill on all courts related to the yellow machine procurement case. And he said the indictment involves several officials from Bakwulu County and a private vendor accused of corruption and misuse of public resources in the procurement and management of heavy-duty equipment. Now, according to the court, and they have issued a writ of arrest for the following individuals. If I love Vaho, you can look at your phone. Maybe your man's now will be calling you again.
Yeah, you know.
The last time around, you were calling and you missed this call. Sam K. Zinam, Superintendent of Babul County, is indicted. And Omaru Sherry, Chief Executive Officer of the City Lion, he's the private vendor. These are all of them being alleged, but being adapted into corruption, allegation, misuse of public resources. You got J. Keansa, former superintendent of Babul County. You got Anthony Yokop, former fiscal superintendent. You got Robert Benda, former chairperson of the Babul Project Management Committee, the PMC. So the charges are linked to alleged corruption and improper handling of machinery intended for county development. The indictment results from a thorough investigation conducted by the LCC, which underscores that the organization commitment to protecting transparency and accountability within the public sector. The LCC express gratitude to the grand jury and the judiciary for their cooperation. So this is where we are now. But the guys are still in their position. Some of them stay around, some of them probably don't know what they're worried about. But this is something that is so common now. We have seen when it comes to, you know, project management in counties, things that they procure for the county. Sometimes, you know, you notice that either you don't see it, or when the people see it, it is mismanaged, or the cost attached to it. When you do a person, you do proper investigation, you cannot see that you actually bought this thing for this cost. And at the end of the day, some of the projects are abandoned, some of the machines, they will spray it after some time. You see the machine. Just first time, second time to carry on major road work, you know, you see somebody machine will break down. And
you know, I don't know why.
You leave the people in a condition that they thought you intended to do something good for them. So that, you know, that's what we call
brings in the position,
the abuse of public trust.
They tend to behave as to say they're doing goodwill to the people of this country.
Yeah.
You come to the position, you beg the president or the authority, they put in a position, you behave to the people as they say it's not the inheritance. And this is becoming common in Liberia. And when you are given the authority to purchase materials for the country, you do it your own way, and it don't benefit the people. So it's important. And sometimes, you know, like we usually say, when allegations are on you, it doesn't mean that you are guilty. But we call the president so that they can allow the people face their fear, face the process, and exonerate themselves, so that the public will know where the truth lies. But in the eyes and wisdom of the LCC, they are seeing that these are areas that people are falling short. So they have to go now and clarify. But you see, they always let them in the position, or when they are suspended or so, it takes perpetual time. You don't know when the case will come to an end. It's just on and on. There are a lot of cases currently on the docket, which Liberians are still waiting on to see the conclusion of these cases. But these are clear examples that when you are called to serve your people, serve with diligence, serve with sincerity, so that you don't find yourself in that kind of thing. Because if you see that a yellow machine procurement, it is something that will benefit the county, your people. If you see roads, the grading of roads that will lead to areas, and you go there, it should be your pride. It's something that you are proud of, something that you take as your own, so that tomorrow when you are not in a position, you will be able. But now we see that it's similarly becoming like a syndicate. You will see officials of the counties will just gang together, and they are protected by higher ups. Like the allegations are coming on these folks that the likes of Bodo Kane, the likes of Amara Kone, they got hands protecting these people because they know that they're getting money from some of the dealers of the county. It's very bad. It's bad. Like you see in Lofa County, in the Fatima area, a company go mine. The local don't even know, there are no agreement. No documentation of issues come from the higher up that, yeah, people will kind of mine here. You see? And when they put down, they extract the resources from the area, they carry them, the community there lie in ruin. So it's very bad. It's bad, and it's becoming so much entrenched in this corruption issue that they will hold themselves as a group against their own people. It's bad. You see, this corruption of improper handling of missionaries that was intended for the country development, this is bad, and they still need to go to the end. They need to go to the end because it should serve as a deterrent for other counties. You can't procure material. For instance, the way talking about this government talking about procuring yellow machines. They bring yellow machine. They say, okay, 5, 10, 15, 15. Whatever it will be to counties. It's there to benefit the citizens in those areas. They will complain about roads. Some of the roads, you don't want for government to come. The local structure in the counties will move ahead of great roads.
But we're having a lot of reports and concern from citizens across Liberia, especially counties when it comes to the issue of the project management committee. All of the committees, there are a lot of allegations of corruption on them many a times. But people try to know what are these things actually they were being right and what are some of the allegations. But I think that when some of the allegations are and the LCC will indict you, it tells you that you need to step aside for further investigations. You can't be sitting in no position because the likelihood there that you could still be empowering yourself to those who persecute you, you could manipulate the process financially, or if the people decide to bury the integrity and put the belly up front, you can just manage your way through. So when you're off the position and you can't be on an investigation sitting in a position while you still take pay.
Yeah. And
some of them, while they were serving in those positions, there are times they use those positions to find themselves to where they are today. They use those positions to where they are today. Some of them they contested because they were in opposition. They when they started opening alleys, they were opening roads. Everybody thought, yeah, at the end of the day, they wanted political reward. They wanted the people to reward them for what they were doing. So we are seeing and hearing a lot of times some of these things when people are saying these things, but we think that when some of these things are said, other countries are doing these things. When people sit in public position, because the abuse of public trust is something that is eating the fabric of our country, because it's a breach of honesty and purpose.
Certainly.
Yes.
The government can say, let's procure this for our people. Then it seems meaningless.
Yeah, you exercise the power in a dishonest way.
Yeah. You see? In fact, when they are even implementing some government project, they make it look their personal issues.
Yeah, you're doing improper gain. You gainfully employ, being well, but you still doing improper gain. You want to have it again.
I can understand the people. In fact, no matter what way it is, you work, you get paid. But why you have to take what belongs to the people? Why? Now, you hear a lot of, and some of the deceptive party, the people from the very county. They see people, when government put up this kind of investigation, they see people back these people.
Yeah, let me hear from one son from Babolo County, Alex Momo. That's the only time he takes telephone to
call. No, Alex Pali.
That's the only time.
The man who can give whole community
Yeah, let's hear you. What's the say into this matter that you can't give my phone chance to rest?
Yeah, thank you for having me on this morning. Let me say good morning to Nat also, and good morning to the people of Coffee community. We have been listening to you guys. So it's like it's so saddening to hear from Honorable Musa Hassan's ability.
No, Amen.
Thank you.
That's serious. You've been listening to the program, you listen and you call, you talk different thing. Don't do that to us, Alex. Don't do that. That's why I always encourage people, please listen to the show so that when you are making contribution,
thank God,
it'll be performed.
I gave you the chance for you to say goose.
You won't discuss at your time, at your will.
Yeah, let me know having a coffee, he's done with it now. The
children say a cool rest.
The children going to school, he's on the push.
And I tell you, want to discuss.
And he got some strangers visiting, he wants to tell the people that he got control over one. Big greater in the country. So folks, these are some of the issues that we are talking in Liberia. You know, many a times people are given a tax to serve, but at the end of the day, you still see you know, they would campaign, they would talk about changing the lives of the people, you know. These are abuse of public trust, a type of public corruption, yeah, where the public official, you know, uses position for improper purposes. Yeah. Allegation level against other people, the president suspended. Who keeping this man in this position and the other folks, why they stay around? You know, we get this tendency in this country, and that's why sometimes people point to government and say government can do cherry picking. Yeah. You selective into certain thing that you want to do. That's the perception that people always want to have. Because they will start pointing to others that when this person, when the allegation or the person was indicted, the person got suspended. People will point to Rossley, the former local chief executive officer and president. They will point to other folks. That they got, we saw the LTA chair, Abdullah Kamara, today he's been cleared out according to the report. So he got suspended, but today he's cleared out. He can work as a man with a head high up. We saw other folks who also went to turn themselves over to other, you know, for prosecution and all of these things because of indictment on them. So you can't be indicted while you sit in a position. We still don't know why, who keeping this man, what protection or what they say that they are hiding, because the two senators, allegation level against them that they are protecting this, including they even point the figure, including my gay. Yeah, because reportedly my gay has some relationship with him, but because reportedly my gay brother also Zina Nomo also and the brother cousin, but they all been somehow reportedly. That's why, but there's no facts on that yet. But the people in Babylon, somebody in Babylon, you can call. Like, I listened to somebody calling for almost around Bella Fasana.
Yeah. The last time.
On yesterday.
Yeah.
You have folks from Babylon who are also concerned with this fight, that they want to make sure that this thing is something that should be addressed properly, and they are not getting Ballard Johnson and the rest of the other folks. They are all behind these things, and they say it's not politically motivated. But these are something that they want to see, because other as somebody seen fit for these allegations on it and indictment on it, they were taking off their position so they can face the charges and restore their name. That so maybe it will not reach the president, but there's a need. Sometimes people who are surrounding the president or hailing from that place, when you hear some of these things, it's not that you inform the president, Mr. President, this is the person you appointed, but this person being indicted for this.
Yeah, the folks have called on that consistently. That
so whether the letter goes there, and another thing, whether the president made a form and somebody has collected the letter, put it in the dustbin, or stay in the fire and walking around with it.
You know,
who knows?
You know, Professor, one of the person that were accused of that on many occasions.
Yeah, so maybe he talked louder than with him. Who knows?
And also, we're hearing again, just to mention this, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Assistant Minister Karishma Pelham-Red has resigned.
Yes, I saw something trying to see what.
But you know, accountability should be the hallmark of the day. Going to a position doesn't mean that it's an inheritance or something that you are called to say, yeah, they play for the person. When there are issues there, go and clear your name. It serves you good, because while you are clear, it gives you more character, ambassador, that tomorrow you can serve in other positions. People will see. Like you mentioned earlier about the former LTA official there, Abdullah. Go and clear your name. When your names are cleared, it gives you more character tomorrow to serve in other positions. But when this indictment remain on you, ambassador, you suffer for it. Because every time people want to appoint you to other positions, they say, man, they may not clear yet.
And
they may stay in this kind of thing yet. So people will see that it's a matter of fact. So you see, so you have to go and set the record straight. Oh yeah, these are allegations upon me or upon us. But this is the truth.
I don't know whether we can do this thing in Liberia. You know, in the United States Congress, they got a committee. They call it Committee on Oversight and I think Oversight and Government or Oversight and Administration. That we are like what we say, they love they got three kinds of function, but they only wait to hear noise before they get involved. At the lower house in the U.S. Congress and the upper house, they got a committee on oversight. The U.S. Congress, they got a committee on oversight. All the different committee of function, they will make sure they got an oversight on government activities. What government is doing, how things are proceeding. They call people to vote. Once they hear, there's this case right now. The pedophile financier, the late Easton. Godfrey Easton. Today, they are investigation ongoing. And the oversight committee demanded the subpoena Easton lawyer to submit the birthday book. And the birthday book, reportedly, Donald Trump had denied that, but there's a drawing in the book of a lady. Of who now, he said, with his signature on it, saying happy birthday, we hope we can have more secret together. So people started to look at some of these things. That, you know, and even people within the party having problem with him. You have former U.S. President Bill Clinton, all, you know, with some things, you know, they are acquitted, all of these things. There are a whole lot. But you see, in Liberia, it's not the case. In other countries, just one mere step when you into the public space, the party that you represent will recall you, or the pressure comes down.
But they move you.
They have you all of that position. But here, you'll see people who claim to be intellectual are the folks who say they go defend. Because the man will get them 2-3 hours. They talk about machine for whole country. The body responsible for, you know, to fight corruption in the country. The Nigeria Anti-Corruption Commission. And you only hear they will indict their imagine. So is it you just man, you got the acting superintendent indicted, the former superintendent indicted. So the project, is it somewhere where they get feel that they see free money reportedly, or somewhere they make and acquire wealth for themselves and build structures for themselves?
You know, the tendency of Liberians getting into position is to enrich themselves. They will say you go there, what you get for yourself.
Yeah.
So they'll go there, they want to pocket what belongs to the people first before they start attending to the people. And the time now you want to attend to the people, it becomes very late. You see? And you went to the position to serve the people with all of the oath that you took. Yeah, I will serve faithfully, conscientiously, to the best of my ability. You kissing the Bible, all of this thing. When you get to the position now, you want to eat, you want to serve yourself first before you start to serve. Yeah, and that's bad. That's bad. And in our case, Ambassador, you become so wasteful. You become so much like a dancing in a position. Then when allegations come upon you now, you say, oh, not so. I've been serving the position diligently. But it's good that you serve the people first. Because when the people see that you are doing a lot of immense work into your position, Ambassador, the tendency of looking at your wrong diminish. But you're not serving the people, you're serving yourself. Then when you make mistake, when people talk about it, they say, oh, why do you talk? No. So it's good. Public officials who are kind of shady deeds, alleged ones, it's good that you go clear your name. They're not saying that they damage or you be guilty. No. But the LCC are seeing probable cause that may lead to something tangible. So go there. Clear your name. Like I mentioned earlier on, it's a boast when their names are cleared. Tomorrow they say, okay, this thing happened to you, it was not true. So come and serve. But you start to shy away from the process. And especially what we're hearing, you say you haul rope, roll bush. This case, we will unveil a lot of things in the county. We can't be having a rich county. We can't have government struggling to amend the lives of the people in the county. They will find few individuals undermining. It's bad. It's bad. And they say become like Nima County again. The superintendent is being held in some controversy with some land issues in Sakapie. That they want to have some botanical agricultural project there, but the land has been procured. A land involving the marketing association, and they say no, our property here. and it's just been seen that there's some vacant land that the authority come from the county and say you are taking land, we want to do this thing. Let's be mindful. We know that you have some absolute authority, but let's be mindful how we adjudicate the such an authority in the county. You see concessionaires. So some authority just tell some money go, they go mad.
Yeah, I don't know how things are put into place because in time past, government had an idea to see how they thought by taking our power probably from the legislative branch of government to control planting fund or
yeah, social development fund.
So yeah, so that and thought that they could put it in local government hands to control it. It's still becoming a problem.
It's still becoming a problem.
Then when people thought that how to regulate things when it comes to the district development fund, that you don't take it no longer, just give it to the lawmaker directly, but there'll be an account. It's still a problem again. So what do we go for here now?
It's still becoming a problem. You see some officials of the county will just take that absolute authority upon themselves and say, yeah, we are the decision makers. But it has to be holistic.
You will see that your back county projects, you see somebody want to make name, they want to go to the side.
Yeah. They decide.
They want, so most of the time you see county city, it be so difficult for them to have it.
Sure.
Because when you go to the city, instead of looking at the county in totality, they say, look, even if you place it to this place, but you let somebody say, no, we can't put it there because the man feel that the village you come from. We can't send it there because like he started up, like in Bonk and say, all the development only want to go up Bonk or lower Bonk. So they want to divide Bonk into two. So 10 people on the other side, you go to Nima County and say, they want to divide. There was a point in time, you start hearing that they wanted to split Nima.
Yeah.
You'll be hearing.
It's so much. Like even you mentioned Bonk County, the city mayor has also raised some issues onto the entire authority of the county. That he now prioritized to the county fund. He want to capture development thing. So the intent of the local government is to empower the locals in aspect.
You see, the government say they want to decentralize, and so they can have a say in the very new generation and what part of it that they need left for development of the country, or places. But when we start seeing these things, we thought we have graduated from these things, but these things are still, because there are more investigation ongoing and there are more indictments coming. That's why we keep telling the government, they waste of loyal act or the protection of witness agency, keeping the identity or protecting them, relocating them. We need to get serious and put more money because there are people who sitting on essential and key information that can help us in the fight against corruption, abuse of public offices, and all of these things. If we don't do that, just me, we would think that we're making strides. We would think we're making steps. We will make 2 million, we'll make 50.
Yeah.
And when we discover to go back, we will spend more money. Then when we're supporting these people to get the kind of information and we protect them.
Yeah. But the thing is,
they think that
how can every year government allotting fund for the county, but you can see no tangible.
Yeah.
Every year.
The roads are still bad. But they will tell you when they go for county city, the mayor put the saying they will procure yellow machine. They bring in moving equipment. The people celebrate. Then when the things are after they would not buy and one of the new ones, or they just take a round something and spray it.
It's like all that breakdown.
So you see the thing, then they bring it after feed the frame man. You see the tires, say what I bought or I didn't see the tire, new tire, no grip on it.
Yeah, you have a concession companies in the counties. They are remitting funds to the county.
You bring it, the thing, you put plastic on it, but the more you see the sponge. That wrapping something there when the thing move from there.
The thing is 2-3 years in low like something that is very, 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 very out of date. So it's important. Let our folks focus on the county and make sure that the resources from the counties are meant to benefit the counties.
Okay, let me take this break quickly. We're going to be right back.
Instead of contributing to the university, she has taken more from the university than contributing. So we start with Mapanya. Mapanya will have to leave the university, and we will be looking at the ultimatum given by the chairman of the Vanguard Communication Party. So we are looking forward to that. The party will respond to that decisively. We are very clear.
All right, so my name is Mopolu, and I report for Inside Liberia. Before even coming this far, you have had a lot of press conferences, and you have given the same demand. But after the last press conference before the protest that you have, we have an information that the president you demanding to be in the National Assembly, and you have given the same demand. But after the last press conference before the protest that you have, we have an information that the president you demanding to be in the National Assembly, and you have given the same demand. But after the last press conference before the protest that you have, we have an information that the president you demanding to be to resign or you remove her. She said she's not even thinking about resignation. And then you have come back with the scene, the band school is about to open. What do we expect from your protests?
The party demand has not changed, or the party demands have not changed. The reason why we are here is to give a clear picture and to dispute the propaganda and misconception of the party's engagement with the legislature. As you are aware, the legislature, they are the ones who control the finance of the state, or they are the ones who control the administrative procedure of the state. If they call for dialogue, of course, the party is a revolutionary party. In fact, before we even resorted to radicalism or protestation, we have had a series of dialogue with the president, and we believe that all of our conversations did not materialize. So we are saying we are here to make it clear that to maintain our position, we will utilize every means possible. Like I said, protestation is not outside the Constitution. Article 17 of the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia guarantees our right to freedom of assembly. So we will be here. We will petition the U.S. Embassy to ensure that they take that seriously from here for damaging the University of Liberia.
My name is Joseph Salif, and I report for the news newspaper. You have had a lot of press conferences and online.
Certainly back here shortly we'll go to the lines this morning. But like I said earlier, you still have the chance to win 4,000 for yourself this morning before the show comes to an end. So you need to do all you need to do. The Cool Cash Radio Entertainment giveaway. You dial *799 *11#. You play $100 or 70 cents US. You can play 2 times, 3 times. Just put in the number. So you want to play 3 times or 300, you put 3. You want to play 4 times, you play 4 at 400. You win 4,000 for yourself. Don't make it lazy. Call me and tell me thank you later. Or you just use the short code by dialing *799#. Option 11, go there, play, and we will certainly send your money. So this morning, win for yourself something. You know, tomorrow is May week, so you get a $4,000. You can use some for now. But folks, this is the Morning Ride, the People's Program. We're looking at some of these things. So folks, this is it. We don't know how we can fight this corruption thing or the allegation all over the place. You know, if I survive, when you look around, you start thinking about Liberia. What happened to us? Look at Nima County. The Federal Bureau of Commerce, they discovered one area again in Ghana. See the kind of products, frozen products, fish, meat.
Liberians are just wicked to themselves. To their people.
The Nigerian people say you are wicked.
Yeah, on a serious note.
When you see writing,
you still won't prepare that thing to sell it to the people. You know that you yourself will not buy it. You will not allow your family members to buy the things, but you won't get money from it. How you be so wicked like this? And there are so many things happening.
Look at another one again. Look at what happened yesterday or day before on Johnson Street, electronic store. You're selling, and Kush Tramadol discovered it. You say you're selling speaker, you're selling this one, you're selling that one. Why?
Everybody crying for the drugs thing, or drugs.
Yes. But we all record. But telling people this thing, you see one small little shop, they say that they're selling hair. But near the shop, the man who has a child, the lady who has a child, they got one Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
You got Wrangler.
You got Mercedes-Benz.
You got Mercedes-Benz for that small thing.
Yeah. The man got one shot selling.
You got auto parts store. One shot auto parts store when you're looking for a part, you don't find it, but you go, but that the other people can go back.
But anytime you go there, they will get it for you.
Yeah.
You selling dicks. But the car you riding, the apartment that you in.
Yeah.
Let me sincere, man.
You get an LEC bill, all you paying it. You hold it, you boasting how you can pay $100, put it in your meter. You see?
Our people not just sincere to the country.
Why are we telling like this to ourselves?
Then we'll tell the government, oh, government, you're not doing nothing. You ain't helping the people. They just killing our children. Where were you?
Yeah.
You boy involved.
Go to the garages, you see people carrying cars there. People all on it. What they're taking from them, nobody knows.
Remember, they're quick to take your car as up. They will take it all, they take the element from inside, they put it back. Okay, we know. Buy your car for somebody 6 months, 7 months.
No, but sometimes some of the people who purchase vehicles, they don't even know about these things. So when there's a problem, you take it there. Want to know that you have not touched that part of it, they get it all quickly. With all you know it. problems.
We're not.
When we noticing the problem they're adding on every time we attempt to solve one problem, now know that one that's showing you got 13 behind it. By the time you hold that one, the other one will drop. You think that just or skeleton in the cluster, but there are more. You open it, you see another problem coming up. What sector do we turn to?
You see, authorities are deeply involved in these things, you know.
Yeah. And we'll see people sitting in high position of trust. You want a position. They get your position, then you start to turn on the people. You marginalize your own people. You will tell the people who will open all the roads. When after some time you say, no, I can't take my car over there. But you want the people to tread. I can't take my car over there. You know the car they will get damaged, but other people should go there. Mr. President, there are folks who have been indicted. Maybe they have not reached you. Get them off. There are too many people sitting on the bench. They need to come. This country, that people who want to serve, let them come and serve. And people who think that they come to serve and change position into their own understanding or their own business, let them get up. Whether they come for the party, whether you were in the trenches, you were working all around, it gave you no right to speak, it gave you no right to be involved into allegation of corruption. Your niche should not be dragged or smelled into some of these things.
You want to work more. You want to
go run your private business.
You want to play, you sit down. A different person come and
you go and run your private business. Let's talk to our callers on the line. 0775-919-919, 080-919-919. You know, just imagine. The thing in Ghana was formed at the West Africa Enterprise Incorporated branch. Branch 26 in Congo community in Ghana.
Who know whether they can repackage those things?
By way of investigation, we shut down, not they're closing that place, but the entire West Africa, the West Africa Enterprise Incorporated. Because they will not tell us that they don't know that they get it. They should have the inspectorate team to inspect the storage system all over the country.
Then the business people that were bad, they were selling in the market, people start blaming.
Well, the business were bad, they took out the load and the thing that they will buy it, then they go, they use the pen pot, they use the photo hall, they say they smoking.
They're drying it.
They're drying it. When I started eating dry chicken, I know about smoked chicken. The guy when they smoke it for up, we will see it. But what? Dry chicken. Yeah. Good morning.
People will kill people anytime.
Morning.
Good morning, God.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is the voice of Momo Malasukwa.
Momo, you're always welcome.
You see, the issue about this drug issue is so sad. To see people, I watched that thing on Facebook yesterday, seeing a DA getting drugs all the shop. I mean, it's well packaged. I think it's still a normal business. It tells us that you have gotten to the point where
no one we want to fight him because it's all one.
yes, we say that you are having drug and already.
Don't be surprised that maybe we'll be saying I don't know whether I'll go shot the program ransack all over there.
Yeah, I think the same packaging is bad. Oh, Johnson Street, I know that regular business doing that, knowing that different things doing.
They put it in the speaker and all.
People know that customer there.
You might see the kind of customers, so many people who know the kind of business that kind of people.
And man, you go say you gonna buy a set, you take one big speaker, you throw it in carry.
Man, go and bring it back.
Man, go take it when I say, my man, I get it, think MP, I bring it back. If you didn't take in the consignment for that.
Who come out, give your money to you. They finish.
You finish, yo.
We leave Liberia. You know, we say these things to and say, oh, we call him over. Except lies, here start to go. And the only way.
And we won't do kind of major arrest. We don't want this every day you inform the people about that person's condition. We don't want that kind of thing. The last time I went away about what was he said?
Well, we did.
Abdullah.
Yeah.
The truth about it is that when they start to, when government start to put people on fire, start publicly for drugs, nobody wants that.
No, we abolished that a long time. So no sentence by left. So that what we committed to left-hand sentences. Good morning. 0775-919-919, 080-919. Good morning.
Morning, Wiki. Morning, Afternoon.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Lee calling from Power, which is a serious issue on the trust issue. Serious measure we got to put in place. Serious. Because everywhere, every community, every business, somebody involved into drugs. Oh, look at the girl they caught to Canada. One day seal $200,000
Why suppose selling again, mate? $1,000 per day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You would say you can't even make that kind of money.
Yeah. That Bojack get made on 5,000 sell the whole day. One person them will say start making money. Now they want to report that to us. We don't know why the man told them to leave.
They want to report it. They want to report it.
Imagine that.
Look at Quita was called to the airport. They were willing to give $10,000.
When I read anything about her, or they want to bring in a 181,000 US.
We need just anything. Anything about her. So
we need to start fast tracking some of the cases. Let's get the sentences of these people. The punishment is fine. We will seize in the properties. All the guys there.
The 10 years sentence ability so now he reduces to 4 years. All what they say reduces to 4 years.
Because he pleaded guilty and you cooperated, but under the law state will say punish you. Let people go to jail.
Oh no, we gotta be serious in the country about fighting this issue.
Then you get white collar criminals just sitting in offices, corrupting the system and misusing public resources for their own good. Then they stay in a position.
Somebody tell you that you go reduce it to 4 years or 1 year stay.
Yeah.
1 year stay. Up to today now, we can't
that business is making, so you don't want to say what to give.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ogi.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. This is Abraham Kool calling from CDG from the United States.
You're welcome.
My brother, thank you very much for the topic this morning. You know, the issue I have with the president has been the viral doctor. You know, when you suspend your people that put in power for carrying on and act like that, correct, you gotta go through prosecution. You see, the former district representative Swakoko said they suspended our one from corrupt act. Up to now, we don't hear nothing. But I think you will be proceeding well. The people need to be prosecuted. You see, in Africa, go and do all the people law is straight. Before we do it, you will go through the punishment. So next time you will not do it all the time.
Next time you don't even go that direction.
But in Nigeria, you take the name from there, you suspend the name, the next government will come to power, that the name stop it. And what I see here is they encourage corruption. So when you work in government and you are found the court and you go for something, you are found guilty, you need not to stop the internal government to come. That's the only thing that will solve the problem that we're facing in the country. Thank you very much for the show.
Thank you as well. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bishop Bro, to your co-host. Yeah, my regards for breaking the about this over unsatisfied competition to the last rank company. You guys are doing very well. On the issue of the corruption and the political risk of drugs in the country, I'm passing to my energy.
Yeah, Pastor, go ahead.
The land was God is stuck. Yeah, I think for us is very, very big, very much important when it comes to acting business services, something like this. This government, most especially practicing act, President Baka is also the issue of corruption. Also have been an increase in Liberia. They have helped that business has to restart progress of the country. So when Liberia has the president who goes to the presidency to corruption, I think that makes to be better. They are putting this question because this thing has helped to bring growth and make as well as we want to come back. That's how this person will happen. I think it's because it's taking some people there in the country corruption, helping out frustration, many public speech, many people who serving government and they for in the mass system. Now we let protect you can go and get that list of that list of. So it's still like a back and forth. I will set aside a last so that we
Okay. Ambassador, I'm getting the news that the Liberal Anti-Corruption Commission has rearrested the former LTA chairman Abdullah Kamara in connection with the 2.5 million.
Okay.
He's been rearrested.
All right, we hope to follow that development. Good morning.
Good morning to the biggest eye in the earthquake.
You're welcome.
This is Moses Kennan. My brother, and I want to say good morning to my beloved people of Liberia. Please, Mr. President, I hope you're listening, or if anyone listening, please, I want this to be a call, a wake-up call. Let every shop, every occupied shop, or pharmacy that is belonging to a Nigerian or a Sierra Leonean, please let it be thoroughly searched. Because
what about some Liberians? Some Liberians are in auto park businesses also.
Liberians too, brother. Liberians too. Let every auto park shop or pharmacy, whatever, let it be thoroughly checked. Because I really got all these drugs keeping. So please, let it be a call to the president. Please, Mr. President.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my brother, thank you very much for the topic of the discussion. Anyway, what we expect from this government is not in line with the proceeding. For President Bola, he insulting the whole country, so to tell you that the whole government is unless. I'm just solution here, Jimmy, calling from the GSO community. Thank you very much.
How did the government, President Bola, insult the whole country?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Chokumati for the second time. We see now people that see when they have to take government position is country and their own personal position is state. This country, just getting to know that the resources of this country belong to every Liberian. Our minister and president then, even to take have a letter for them to come for the friends and say, oh, that's the person in our community. Even in our community, that's the person on there. Apart from national government process, they can do it. Because they see that the resources of this country belong to who is my brother. You see? So the Liberians will have to do something about it. These people. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Don't hold the line.
Okay. We don't play here. We do something very serious as well. We've been told that even this morning, the fellow who allegedly ran after President Bola won election, who ran into the Unity Party jubilant supporters, who killed 3 and injured schools of order. You understand? He's expected in court this morning as well as Bill Jala to testify on today. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Oh, man, it's okay. You can't tell you are not okay. You're not doing nothing. Just go ahead.
Okay, I mean, I was kind of through it. Anyway, I'm not going to end up on the phone. My brother, this country, my brother, what we did and what and pay us tomorrow, next Monday. What we do power. What trust, commercial, if you got to know about your system, to put God in the country now, and not in it. And the good decision government over there, even if you go to that trust, my brother, man, this was to you about the trust. You put a day on every year. You understand? To control, what was the great junction? When you have the police depot, you cannot walk in here, put the depot on the road, but I never got. You have to go back to the who them now? Can't you want that? Then, let you want that come back and you are coming to a group like that to have blood. Or you coming to go with that, or you call it with me. My brother, be it last time you do a group like that, do what? Tell each other to look. Let's go to control Donald. That would say people, okay, it can't happen. You know, because it will not happen. those policies are grown now. That's still protecting government jobs. Talking about people, go in the system. I have a block of government. So what does a block now? No, that's talking like this. People do like this. And the commercial and the building because they're there. Don't let people about to control it now. Only God can make the condition. That's what the
So you expect you expect God to kind of control anything? Yeah. Why you here? So what God give you knowledge and wisdom for?
We even different with you. They drive me, but somebody in the world there. They call it quarter brain. They measure interest. They better be genetic. The people that don't.
What's your evidence? What's the proof into that matter?
But yeah, many quarter brain.
No, I don't know the meaning when you say quarter brain. Maybe that just name, so I don't know what it means. Yeah, going off the line, you know. So when they say my name with you, so you think I'm weak. So I don't know the meaning of that. So if you know, he said you can have the DA in that support. Let's talk.
But there's the problem. Labrador don't know help.
Good morning.
They think it happen. They think it happen.
Thank you so much for the discussion. Again, you said it correctly. We have taken our signature to all the conventions. So capital punishment we cannot do it. So my question is, can the government come up with something, some kitchen measure that will take against these people for people to see? Maybe take the 40 days imprisonment or something. So that people can see so the chief to check the people not to do anything. And the second one, check it out behind the dollars. I think it would be correct if we're giving to all the representatives. What they doing? Is it when the party or when the district? Not one district have come and say, oh yes, the representative brought the money and had a meeting and they gave the money for the 2 XYZ.
Okay. Thank you. Let me talk to. Okay, I'm sure he's going to call back. Mr. John Smart will try and get back on the line, and I hope he can call back this morning. He wants to weigh in this morning. And we hope to have him joining us this wonderful morning with him on this edition of the morning. Certainly, he's back on the line. It's good to have him again. Good morning.
Morning, Wiggy. Morning, Liberia. I'm constrained to call this morning because a previous caller was giving some very vital information, and he says he has. Now, there's a whistleblower act. I don't know if his name is dissolution or dissolving or whatever. I ask you, sir, to please call the LDEA, give them the information you have, and they will pursue the case.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way possible. But to get on the radio and call people need to approve, calling a representative, how you feel. Okay, Wiggy. When we were small, Wiggy was Daddy Joe.
Yeah.
We don't say Wiggy, Daddy Joe. So that means Wiggy is Daddy.
That's somebody tried with me.
Also, Wiggy is a weekend thing, something that shakes. So, we have to be careful how we attribute crimes onto people. It's not fair for what this man just did, and he needs to come back and apologize to the representative because that man represents a district in this country.
But that's what I'm asking. What's the proof? Because of the man name. So the name depicts that he's involved into it. Can you support government, support people with substantial information that can be executed?
So if you see you have that, then go to the DEA.
Yeah.
You will be paid for doing that. And do it is prudent.
The court, they use such and seizure to his house or whatsoever.
Certainly, I want to congratulate the DEA for what they did yesterday. You see, tip-offs are very important in security operation. They got that information, they held onto it, they pursued it, and they were able to capture. Now, all Liberians, as I always say, is incumbent upon each and every one of us to engage and get this thing right. That's the only way Liberia will grow, and that's the only way we really troubles. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Smart.
Thank you, Mr. Smart.
Yeah, let everybody be a part.
The conversation.
Be a part.
Be a part. Let's talk to this caller on the line. Good morning. Okay, the president is on the line. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Daniel Kumudu calling from Lugo Junction.
Okay.
Let me commend you for the topic of the discussion this morning concerning about the trust issue. Wicked. Trust. Judging the people is one thing. Going under punishment is another thing. Even if they can get 1,000 of people in a day, if no serious punishment, the drugs will not finish. But let the people be punished. Let somebody be in the cell and say, mental ulcer to your family, say nobody should even go around that thing. That's the only way we'll make
No, but sometimes even if when you get into, you isolate them from people seeing it, say, you don't have contact. They think the boy is air chapel.
You see?
Then you bring out to the society, who If you somebody let your family don't have access to you.
See, then the corruption issue, my brother. Look, I think our president is doing well. Some of us will fight for him, we suffer for him under the rain. In Monrovia here, in the rural area, we suffer under the rain for our president. He's doing well. But let me place some another punishment. Even if you suspend someone, if no punishment, when somebody is making $200, they might so 100,000. If you suspend that person, it ain't enough. That person not enjoy that money. But let it be some punishment. That the family would know that even our father in jail for 10, 20 years. That's the only way people will be afraid of this thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you this morning for being part of the conversation this morning. We got a couple of minutes to go. 0775-919-919, 080-919-919 are the numbers you can certainly call us on to be part of the conversation this morning as we draw the curtain. You can also have the chance, we could call somebody shortly based on how many entries you put in quickly. Your radio entertainment cool cash giveaway that star 799 star 11 hatch. You play $100, $200, $300, you win 4,000, or you play 70 cents. So you don't play 3 times, you put 3. You don't play 4 times, you put 4. It depends. When I see the number, I will certainly call it out this morning. Good morning. Okay. When you beep, we don't call back here. So don't waste your time in beeping because we will not call you back. You will listen to the conversation and you want to have a say on this matter. But it's always good that you be part of the conversation. Let me take this second to last caller. 0775-919-919, 080-919-919 are the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation. Yes. Indicted officials must face the full weight of the law. Let them go and get an end. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, Brother Muki, how are you?
Go ahead.
Good morning, Muki.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much for the topic on the discussion this morning. I have little contribution to what the drug issue in this country. I'm really asking you as a journalist to also work along with the DEA. You see, the drug issue in this country is not everything what we need to be exposing it on the radio. Let the DEA have a secret number that anything going on in the community, let the community have this number. When you see somebody interacting with drugs, they call the DEA a secret and let the DEA go there in plain clothes. Like almost like civilians to go and remember these people, only their advertised, but you will get. And second to that is that when we come to the drug issue, I suggest that it's not necessary for these people to be put in prison. Let the government see the best way to handle this issue. That carrying them certain area
No, the government is not putting the end users in the prison. They go for rehabilitation, but those who are trafficking it, those who brought it, you will save punishment. Why? You also learning something different. But without telling you to go rehabilitate, the end users.
Is this. You see, they drugs users, they drug transport.
Thank you so much. The end users are the no focus to have them rehabilitated, because if they do not see it, they will not take it. But that's why we like to draw the curtains on the edition of the morning round. Many thanks to all of you for joining us and being part of the conversation. The People's Program returning tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. I've been Wiki Brooks.
I'm not funny if I check it out.
Better tell you to the man Saikano who's
But now we are seeing you are giving a 3 days ultimatum. Do you think that something that was not done in almost 3 months can be done in 3 days?
We had the reason why if I